Good Monday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. It's our first normal week in several weeks, I feel like, Jason Swain. Monday, 5 days to go.
Well, Tennessee basketball has been winning, so it's normal.
That's normal?
It's been normal since the beginning of the basketball season. Very normal.
It's normal under Rick Barnes and where this program is right now, isn't it?
It's normal when Rick Barnes coaches against John Calipari. That was fun. I expected a win. I did not expect that type of win, that type of dominating performance by Tennessee. I'm glad our fans understood the assignment. You were in attendance. I didn't get a chance to go.
I was there.
Watched it on my phone.
Fans were into it. Great crowd. Knew that it would be, but great crowd.
Well, get ready for that all season long inside of the SEC. Tennessee's going to have to deal with that on the opposite end tomorrow at Florida, but I anticipated a great atmosphere. Seemed like it was. Chaz Ziegler continued to prove why he's the best point guard in the league, one of the best in the country. Chaz Lanier picking up where Dalton Knecht left off. And then Igor Milicic. Can you say somebody else rebound? I mean, you don't take all of them?
How selfish.
He's just very selfish. I mean, I thought New Year's resolution was about sharing, thinking about others. Igor didn't get the message.
My understanding with Tennessee basketball over the last few years is that their mantra is it's not about me. But when that ball was coming off the rim for Arkansas, and by the way, it came off often. You got several on the offensive end, too, I'll point out.
Yeah.
But Igor said, that's my basketball.
18 rebounds, the most in the Rick Barnes era. You have several guys playing professional basketball right now. No one has pulled in more rebounds than Igor versus that athletic team with that length. I mean, we couldn't get a shot, it seemed like, at the rim without getting a block. There was a moment where Arkansas had 8 blocks and we had 0. But Igor still, amongst all those trees, pulled down 18 rebounds. That's toughness.
Yeah, 18 rebounds. Nobody for Arkansas had more than 5. So he had almost 4 times as many rebounds as the highest rebounder for Arkansas. One of those with 5 was Jonas Adu.
That's an interesting number because he had 5. We had a player on our team that had 5. Actually, the shortest player in our basketball team had 5 too.
Zakai Ziegler.
Yeah, he had 5.
Also had 5.
Mm-hmm. Kind of weird. Yeah, he had 5. You know, a blind squirrel can find a nut twice a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a broke clock can be right twice a day.
Both of those things can happen.
The shortest guy on the court can get a rebound a couple times a half, and that's what Zakai Ziegler did. Just be in the right place at the right time. Don't have to be the tallest guy. He pulled in 5.
Mm-hmm. It was a beatdown.
It was fun.
Total beatdown by Tennessee against Arkansas.
Yeah. All this talk about, Tennessee, I don't know if they played anybody, and I don't know how good they are. Auburn still the best team in the country. And listen, Auburn may still be the best team in the country. The metrics say they are.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with the metrics. But Tennessee proved that they deserve to be number 1 right now.
Yeah, Tennessee got to the number 1 spot and has done nothing to give it up. And in the SEC opener, beat up on an Arkansas team where after a few minutes when Chaz Lanier goes on an 8-0 run and all of a sudden it's, I believe, 19-11, was all she wrote. It was Tennessee from there. Arkansas never had a shot. So, yep, that's a pretty good start to SEC play. As you mentioned a moment ago, we'll be tough at Florida. We'll be tough at Texas. We'll be tough all the way through in the SEC. But there'll probably prove to be a few of the clear halves in the league, and I think Tennessee's going to be a part of that conversation. Zakai Ziegler helping lead the way, the mindset of the team, the scoring ability of Chaz Lanier. We're going to talk to CJ Moore of The Athletic 1 hour from now. He wrote about Chaz in his top 25 breakdown and about Chaz maybe having the quickest release in college basketball and doing that, hitting about 45% from 3. It's outrageous. And then what Igor has brought to the team, there are questions we can still ask, and we will, but there's so much to love about what Tennessee is as a team.
You know, I asked Ron Saleh, who knows Chaz Lanier, knew him since he was a high school player. Chaz told me last night that before his sophomore year, he was the same height as Zakai Ziegler. Hit his growth spurt around his sophomore year. He's 6'5". We've seen him all season long try to dunk at the rim, trying to finish it. He's going to get somebody sooner or later. But Ron told us that Chaz Lanier was only operating about 85%.
Mm-hmm.
That there's more to his game.
Yep.
I asked Chaz last night, is Ron right? And he smiled. He was like, hey, there's a little bit more.
Since Ron told us that, Chaz has done more. He has shot at a very high rate. They had a couple of gimme games in there, but they had some higher profile teams that they played. And he had his season high on Saturday against Arkansas, 29 points.
There's more. I just wonder which game we're going to see him really, really go off and hit his full potential. It's scary to think about because he never seems sped up. He never seems like he's in a hurry or a rush. He's efficient. He doesn't over dribble. Like he's going to get to his spot.
Yeah, his pull-up game.
I mean, my goodness. I don't want to compare the two, but it's hard not to when Dalton was so great here in 1 year coming in from a different school. Chaz is doing the same thing. I asked Chaz on the locker room last night, did you talk to Dalton Knecht before coming here? He said he did a couple times, and he knew what he was going to get coming here, playing for an in-state school. But, like, he's so efficient, man. Like, his shot is so smooth. It's unorthodox and
It's very difficult to defend, and Arkansas was the latest to find that out. So Tennessee will go to Florida tomorrow night. That's going to be a really difficult game. Florida lost on Saturday to Kentucky. That was on the road. High-scoring game. Kentucky has shooters. Yeah. So play in the league is going to be a lot of fun to watch. It'll be very difficult, but there are also benefits to that. The schedule that Tennessee will play will help prepare them. It will help with seeding. If Tennessee wins as it expects to, if it's near the top of the SEC standings, Tennessee will have a really good shot to be a 1 seed. And with the position it's in right now, a top 1 or 2 seed is very much on the table for this Tennessee basketball team, which can create opportunities in the NCAA tournament. So on January 6th, you always have to mention, long way to go in a basketball season.
Long way.
We'll mention it over the next several weeks for you, that there's a long way to go. But Tennessee is positioned as well as you can hope to be from a result standpoint, plus what they've built with this Tennessee basketball team. An easy win against Arkansas, against John Calipari, and the Razorbacks this past weekend.
Was it easy? It didn't look easy. I mean, the score wouldn't indicate that
easy in that playing hard the way that Tennessee does is something that Tennessee's opponent was not ready for.
Yeah. It looked easy, though.
John Calipari, during his opening statement, said that Tennessee manhandled Arkansas. And that's not the first time that Tennessee has manhandled John Calipari's team. He's seen it wearing blue. He saw it wearing red on Saturday, which I'm sure you loved. And yeah, by the end, I think it was easy because of the way Tennessee plays.
Yeah, Tennessee has had John Calipari's face red and blue the last couple times that he's come here and played Tennessee. What was Calipari doing after the game? Where was he?
He's putting on a show at the press conference.
No, I mean after the press conference, after he left Knoxville. Do you know where he was?
Is he going home to let the dog out?
I thought he was hanging out with your boy of your team. Last time I checked, he was in Chicago.
Oh, did he go up there?
Hanging out with.
Oh, did he go up there to see D Rose?
D Rose, yeah.
I missed that
Same
part.
day.
Did he?
Day. Yeah.
That's an early tip-off on Saturday.
You know, sometimes you just got to blow some steam off and go have some fun and just forget everything that happened before. That's what John Calipari did. He went up to Chicago and went to go support one of his former players, and Derrick Rose, who was getting his jersey retired there, at a Bulls game.
Emotional weekend for the Chicago Bulls.
I guess.
The franchise. That team is a tough pull. It's a tough pull. Fans needed it. A little D Rose love.
Chicago fans have been needing it for a while. No sports fan in any other city has had it worse than Chicago over the last couple of years. It's been brutal. We deserve better. A Chicago sports fan. We deserve better.
Same for the Raiders, if we're talking about football in the NFL, because you're alluding to your Bears over there. Titans with the number 1 pick.
Hey, Titans.
Thanks, Joe Milton.
Hey, Joe Milton giving us all for Tennessee.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. We try to tell y'all, Titans, about Will Levis. We try to tell y'all. Y'all ain't want to listen.
I think a lot of Titans fans knew.
We try to tell you.
Yeah, it didn't work. I don't think it worked out. I'm doubting he's the guy for the future.
Yeah, he'll be a backup like Kenny Pickett here soon. But hey,
there are worse gigs too.
At least he has a cannon and he's gonna show it off. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
I got a cannon. I'm gonna show it off, and he likes mayonnaise. So, but Tennessee fans try to tell you about Will Levis. Titans didn't want to listen. Now they'll be searching for a quarterback. What's funny is Shedeur Sanders doesn't want to be a Titan.
I wouldn't think so.
But is he really worth the number 1 pick? That's the question.
No, I sense a little more Cam Ward buzz.
He ain't worth the number 1 pick.
Well, maybe not. In the quarterback discussion, I do sense more Cam Ward talk than we saw probably a month ago, 6 weeks ago with Shedeur.
I mean, I do understand that. I do.
When you have a chance to go get a Ward.
They're not related, man. Just calm down.
865-656-9900. Chance for you to join us all afternoon long. You can call or text in. We'll talk more about the number 1 ranked Tennessee basketball team with the win against Arkansas and a big week coming up. We'll talk about what's going on in college football, the transfer portal. A couple of messages already coming in related to that. We will get to that, what happened in the final regular season weekend of the NFL. It's going to be a busy Monday afternoon, and we invite you to join us along the way. The number again to call or text, 865-656-9900. Join us right here on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, the sports animal proves it.
Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. They've been in business since 1990. They're family-owned and operated. Jimmy Hiller was recently named the most admired CEO because of the way he truly cares for his team and clients. Hiller takes customer care to the next level on each job every time. They stand by their work. 100% satisfaction of happy you'll be or the service is free. If a customer isn't pleased with the work performed, they'll make sure to make it right. Learn more at happyhiller.com. Professional, experienced, trustworthy technicians come into your home and leave it cleaner and better than they found it. That's Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
This has been a paid announcement.
Today, we're on a quest for the ever-elusive local business. However, our search is difficult as big-name national companies overshadow their smaller competitors. If only these local businesses knew about Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost can increase their online presence in ways that go beyond basic SEO. Aha! A mom-and-pop shop victory. Get found by more customers with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Over 50 years experience, CRS Exteriors, the name you can trust for all your exterior home renovations. Locally owned and operated, CRS provides expert craftsmanship, superior products, windows, siding, doors, roofing, and you'll always get hassle-free, honest pricing, 12 months interest-free financing. 670-8823. Call today.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
His Security and Technology, your one-stop shop for all your security and technology needs. We offer state-of-the-art security systems to protect your home or business, as well as cutting-edge technology solutions to enhance your daily life. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing top-quality service and support. Contact His Security Technology today to learn more about how we can help you stay protected and connected. 865-474-9495 or visit hissecurity.com. In God we trust, all others we monitor.
All facts, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts.
All right.
Didn't go great. Sure.
Without fans, just go figure it out. Go play.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But no, I mean, you gotta be careful. Can't put the fans, spectators, players, families, support staff. Can't put them in danger. Put them in the harm's way of bad weather. So something to monitor for sure.
Yep. Plus the media. You got to watch out for the media traveling. You know, the media will complain.
Media is important too, man. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that.
Never.
Getting talent in the transfer portal. That's important.
Getting talent, period. In the high school transfer portal and the college transfer portal. According to Dabo, there's two different ones.
Right.
Josh.
I agree with. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily with the labeling, but I do think it starts with the high school level, and then you build it out from there, and you find holes that might exist, and you attack through the portal. I'll just read the text to you, Swain.
All right.
It's written in all caps. It's from Frank.
All right.
And it says, "What do you think about the Twins choosing to play for my Dogs? Go Dogs," spelled D-A-W-G-S. Frank is a Georgia fan. Yesterday, Zachariah and Zion Branch from USC committed to Georgia.
You know, anytime you're recruiting good players, you want them, but if they don't come to your school, you want them to go to a school that you don't have to play every year.
Right.
This happened with Derrick Henry. Yeah, okay, Derrick Henry's not picking Tennessee. Where is he picking? No, he's picking Alabama. We got to go up against him for 3 years. This is similar, even though these two guys combined won't have the effect Derrick Henry had at Alabama. But still, like, you knew that Georgia is going. Well, you know that Georgia is going to reload. This is the second year they've lost. Receiver-wise, they were one of the worst in the SEC. What do you think they're going to do? They have a strong sense of urgency to fix that. It's no different than when Meacham, Brett Smith, and myself came here. Like, Tennessee put a priority on that position. That's what Georgia did because it wasn't that good this year. So, no surprise that Georgia did what it needed to do to acquire this talent at this position so they can be better next year.
Yep. So they will play in Knoxville next season. It'll just be in Georgia uniform. So that continues to be a priority for the Vols and finding more help at wide receiver, something we've talked about for a while now. They did get the good news on Friday that Mike Matthews is coming back, but that did not change the fact that Tennessee needs to go find help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a big price tag for Branch.
I'm sure.
And I don't know if Tennessee was willing to pay that price tag. Then you have Mike Matthews, who you've had for a year. You know what you have. You have a relationship with him. Nico has a relationship with him. Obviously, you want more production than 9 catches, and you feel like maybe you can get that next year. So retaining your good players is always the top of your priority list.
I also I'll point out that I don't know if it's early. It was early in December, but there is time to go. I'm sure they'll add help at wide receiver. There's been talk of Amari Jefferson. Now, I don't know what to make of him. He's a guy that will enter his second year having not played at Alabama.
Yeah, he didn't play at Alabama, so how good is he?
Yeah, I know the staff has valued him as a prospect, but what can his immediate impact be is a big question.
I just don't know anymore, Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, the staff has valued some receivers in the past that haven't come here and done anything. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. So I'm in wait and see mode. I mean, whoever we bring in, I just hope that they work out. But I just don't know. I don't have any answers about that position.
I'm also curious, and you and I will probably share the same skepticism, and fans will think the same in a lot of ways. Travis Smith is a big-time talent. He's on campus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
he's a freshman from Atlanta.
It's obvious that the staff feels good about the young receivers who are already here and who are coming in. And so what we're going to see is something different than we've seen the last 4 years at that position. Normally we see older players play. So I am looking forward to seeing how different the rotation will be, how different we will look on offense, and how young receivers will be able to get into the rotation a lot sooner.
Yep. So a big part of my skepticism would be we haven't seen freshmen make an immediate impact at wide receiver under this staff. That doesn't mean the next freshman with talent won't have a chance. It doesn't mean he's like the others. It might be more obvious with him that he deserves a chance. There might be a bigger need with him depending on who they're able to bring in. Like if Jefferson comes in from Alabama, he is no more experienced in college than Travis Smith. So he would not be in that category of, well, there's an older guy where the staff feels like they have a better idea what they're getting with him. Smith will have been on campus longer than Jefferson if Jefferson transfers from Alabama.
Yeah, the only difference is Jefferson would have been involved in game prep throughout the week.
Right.
He would have understood kind of what goes into preparing for a different opponent game day and how important it is to have a level of focus. Travis will not, but they both have the same amount of game experience. And if they're both talented, that obviously makes the group better. And if you have more talent within that group, then it makes competition better. And competition always makes everyone better. So if you got speed, explosiveness, you have more guys that are sudden, you have more tools in the toolbox, different tools of the toolbox, the way you can be more versatile offensively on the outside, that's good for everybody.
We also got a text, and do want to acknowledge this. Drew texted in before the segment began and said, hey, fellas, condolences to the Smart family, specifically Kirby. Hated to hear the news about the loss of his dad and how that happened. Sonny Smart, he was a longtime coach himself, coached in high school, coached Kirby, and he fell in New Orleans before the Sugar Bowl and unfortunately ended up passing away a few days later. It was over the weekend that news came out. So for sure, want to share that. All the rivalry talk, we'll talk football, but want to share that too. That's upsetting news.
That's more important. Yeah, that's more important than the game played on the football field.
Yep.
I mean, family over everything. And so, our condolences go out to Georgia football, Kirby Smart family. I know how tough of a loss it was for Josh Heupel when his mom passed away. His dad is on the sidelines. I see Dad, and I think it's the coolest thing ever to see his dad there. His dad gets into the games. He's a coach. It never leaves him. And, that means something to have your family with you when you're doing something that you've always wanted to do. And you don't have a lot of time to spend time with family. So when you're able to bring your family with you, that's a special moment. So I feel so bad for the Smart family.
Yep, for sure. Drew, appreciate that text. We'll continue the conversation. We invite you to text or call. Same number for either option, 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. We'll talk more Tennessee football. We'll talk more Tennessee hoops. The Vols are number one in the country still with the win against Arkansas this past weekend. They get Florida on the road tomorrow night. Big road test for Tennessee in the SEC at Texas this upcoming weekend. We'll talk to C.J. Moore of The Athletic about what Tennessee has done to this point, how impressed he has been by Chaz, Lanier, and this team with the way things have started this season. We'll continue with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon and invite you to join us along the way on Josh and Swain.
Hey, Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
The NFL wildcard playoffs are set after the regular season concluded yesterday. The playoffs begin on Saturday with the Texans taking on the Chargers at 4:30, the Steelers visiting the Ravens at 8, and then on Sunday the Bills take on the Broncos at 1 o'clock with the Kansas City Chiefs as the AFC's number 1 seed. In the NFC, the Packers get the Eagles Sunday at 4:30, the Commanders take on the Buccaneers at 8, and the Vikings visit the Rams on Monday at 8 o'clock. The Lions are the number 1 seed in the NFC for the first time in franchise history. Also in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars fired head coach Doug Peterson after going 4-13 this season. Peterson went 22-29 in 3 years with the franchise, including 1 playoff appearance in his first season. Former Tennessee linebacker Jerod Mayo has been fired as head coach of the Patriots after going 4-13 in his first season as the team's head coach. Mayo had spent nearly a decade and a half as a player or coach for the Patriots since 2008. I'm Joel Silverberg.
The new year is here, and it's going to be full of special occasions. And when you want to celebrate one or all of them with a special piece of jewelry, then you need to remember TK Wheeler Jewelers. He's located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, and he's been in business for over 40 years. He knows how to put an exclamation point on an anniversary, a special birthday like a Sweet 16, a push present to celebrate the birth of your child, or a retirement gift after a lifetime of dedication. They have so many beautiful options for you when it comes to bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and chains, and also watches for men and women. And then they have diamonds, multicolored precious gemstones, and classic pearls. There are so many options, but let me also plant this seed. You can sit down with TK and design a one-of-a-kind custom piece of jewelry to mark your special day. So when you need beautiful jewelry, you need the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid announcement.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Sarah, it's been ages. How are things?
Hey, Lisa. Things are okay, I guess. Things with Mark haven't felt the same lately.
Oh, Sarah, that is so common. It could just be ED.
Really? I didn't even think about that. I was blaming myself.
Yeah, Jim had ED. I thought I was doing something wrong, but it's just a medical condition. Now he's passionate about his job again, lost a little weight, and even put on some muscle since he went to Men's Pro Knoxville. They specialize in ED and men's health treatments, and you should see the way he looks at me now.
Men's Pro Knoxville delivers powerful, personalized treatments to reignite the passion in your relationship, even if other pills and treatments haven't done the job. Don't let ED or performance issues put a damper on what should be the best time of the year.
I forgot how we used to feel. I got my husband back.
Dial 865-544-8220 or visit menspronknoxville.com today and rekindle the magic, because you both deserve to feel the joy this season brings. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
Got a small business that no one's heard of except your grandma? Time for a boost. From Cumulus Boost, the affordable way to boost local search engine optimization and help manage reviews. Cumulus Boost helps local businesses improve their online presence so they're not buried by bigger companies and local searches. Get found, get on the map, and get a boost with Cumulus Boost. at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Frigid wind chills. The high Monday actually came earlier in the morning. A few raindrops transitioning into snowflakes, which could stick in parts of Scott, Campbell, and Fentress counties. Most of us, though, are just in for some really cold winds. That pattern continues with back-to-back-to-back first alert weather days, Tuesday through Thursday, barely getting above freezing. From the WVLT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Bring security to your home with a new fence from Tennessee Home. Tennessee Home is your local trusted fencing and deck specialist. Call today for a free no-pressure appointment. 865-304-0955 or visit online tennesseehome.us.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. VFL former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. We're on 99.1 The Sports Animal today. AM 640 The Sports Monster as well in the Tri-Cities. Great to be on in the Tri-Cities area each afternoon. You can also watch us on YouTube. Stop by the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and you can watch live, and you can chat. Chat's busy already. We have some questions, comments related to the Vols. We also have this from Richard. It's for Swain. Richard says, never challenge death to a pillow fight. You will suffer the repercussions. Never challenge death, the Grim Reaper.
Okay.
To a pillow fight. You will suffer the repercussions.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. I didn't know if I need to call the police or what. I didn't know what was going on there.
Yeah, that's good, Richard.
Richard threatening me?
He's, I think, giving a tip.
Okay, I get it. I get it now, Richard. Okay. Alarm's off.
It reads even better in print.
Okay. I get it now. I get it. The people wanted a dad joke. Last week. They wanted it.
One of those days I was out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you deliver?
I'm not you.
Okay.
Can't replace the great Josh Ward. It's impossible.
One more and then back to the Vols. Do you know why the pony asked for a glass of water?
I'm not going to be scared here, am I?
Not on this one, no.
Okay.
Do you know why the pony asked for a glass of water?
Thirsty.
It was a little hoarse.
Yeah, that would do it. Mm-hmm.
I'm a little hoarse today, so it's on theme, on brand.
Were you booing today. Jonas Saturday? Is that why?
I was trying to talk around me over the booze. They were loud. Unsportsmanlike the crowd was on Saturday. Very unsportsmanlike was the Tennessee fan base.
They knew the assignment.
They did. I thought going in that there would be a loud, continuous boo when he was introduced. Was correct on that. I don't know that I anticipated the boos per touch every single time. I know I was wrong.
We talked about this months ago. Every time he gets the ball, he should be booed. This is what I said. Need to happen. It happened.
Boo Carter being introduced at half court wouldn't have gotten the same reaction as Jonas Adu being introduced before the game.
Yeah, man. It was all in fun.
All in fun.
But he deserved to be booed. He was nervous, though. I mean, he almost airballed free throws. You can always tell when nerves gets to a player because when they hit the free throw line, they usually short arm it and it's short. He had two of those. So I felt for him in that moment.
Right.
Because he had to do what's best for him and his family. Like, come on, man. You can't turn down that type of money. But at the same time, hey, you come back to the place where you played, of course you're going to get booed. When you chose to left. When you chose to leave. That's how it works. I'm just glad that our team won. That would have been bad if we would have lost.
Yep, I don't think that was ever going to happen.
Nope. Now, when Wagner started hitting threes, I was like, hold on now. He's not a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But when he started hitting threes early, I was like, oh, God, here we go again. Here we go. Some dude named Fletcher from Purdue or some insurance salesman that never hits threes is going to hit 5 or 6 against us. I thought it was that type of day for us, but we started to contain him, and he cooled off.
So Arkansas hit a 3 in the final minute. I think Tennessee knocked a shot out of bounds, something like that. Maybe it's Carter Knox. Doesn't matter. So, they hit a 3 to finish 6 of 29. Arkansas did. If that 3 had been no good, Chaz Lanier would have matched Arkansas's 3-point shooting. Chaz for the game was 5 for 9. Arkansas was 6 for 29 shooting the 3-point ball.
You think Chaz did a shoot around before the game?
When Cal did that and he slams the table and disgusted himself, I didn't really think anything of it at the time. And the clip went viral. I think Field of 68 shared it, got like 2 million views on Twitter. People were ripping him apart.
Kentucky fans were like, really?
Yeah, then Kentucky fans started to share previous clips, and he was Kentucky's coach talking about how he wishes he had done a shoot-around.
I mean, I thought those were pretty important. Especially at a place that you don't normally shoot at. It's probably good to get in there and put some shots up and get used to the rim. Get used to the surroundings, the environment. Get used to everything.
But Cal also shared that they had recently worked on a rebounding drill where the goal wasn't even to get the rebound. It was to keep your opponent from getting the rebound. So a box-out type drill. And Cal noted that didn't work. So I'm not sure the shoot-around would have done much good for Arkansas in that game either. But I guess we'll never know.
Hey, one thing he is doing, Arkansas fans, he's putting players in the NBA. And that's all that should matter. He'll do the same thing at Arkansas.
Yeah.
So enjoy.
Hey, Heath asked in the text box, I'm sure he's gone, but why hasn't James Pierce declared for the draft yet? I don't know the reason that he hasn't done anything official, but I don't believe there's any reason to believe James Pierce is coming back.
James operates to the beat of his own drum. So James will do it when James feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
And either way, he'll be good to go. So if he comes back, which I think would be crazy for him to do, he'll make a lot of money. Goes to the league, he'll make 3-4 times more. Maybe even more than that. So he needs to go.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tennessee is operating with zero anticipation that he's coming back.
I have not heard anybody insinuate that he was coming back.
Ashton in the text box, 865-656-9900. Well, the Titans are number 1 in something. That's right, first overall pick.
Stop wearing those Oilers uniforms. I'm tired of looking at them. You're not the Oilers anymore. You're the Titans.
You can't play like that in those uniforms.
Wait, but we acting like the Oilers were good.
Better than this.
They were sorry too, Josh.
The Warren Moon days?
Okay, that was a long time ago. But we're talking like, oh, man, they wearing the Kansas City Chiefs uniforms or the 49ers uniforms. They were sorry. The Oilers were sorry.
I'll say this hoping that John Wilkerson doesn't hear it. But the Broncos, they had an easy win. Chiefs didn't want to win. They wanted the Broncos to win. But they come out and they just take care of business early. Get the ball to Mims, get the ball to Sutton, touchdown, ball game. Doing it in their throwback, their old uniform design.
Yeah, those were pretty sweet.
With the D on the helmet. That's a good look.
Yeah.
They look good in it.
Yeah, I mean, it did.
So Bo Nix, in his first year as an NFL quarterback, helps get the Broncos to the playoffs.
Was he the best rookie?
Still Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
But Nix was really good. That was a really good pick.
Yeah, Bo Nix, man, there's a lot of Auburn folks that was ripping him a new one when he was at Auburn. And he proved that he was good all along. He had the skills all along. So happy for him.
So the Broncos have Sean Payton and Bo Nix. The Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. The Chargers have Harbaugh and Herbert. And the Raiders?
Tom Brady.
They have opportunity.
Tom Brady.
Yep.
They got Tom Brady.
He is the best quarterback in the franchise. He is still the best.
Facts.
Yep.
The Oilers won 12 games in 1993. They left in 97. Excuse me, 98. They weren't all that good. They're all right. They weren't that good.
You're right. They weren't.
I'm tired of looking at the uniforms. You
I'm
are
with you. Yeah.
the Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans, yeah. There is a Houston franchise.
Exactly. It feels like they're trying to troll the Houston football team.
They are, yeah.
And they're not even good. You got the number one pick, and you out here trying to troll a different franchise. Like
They've lost in those uniforms to Houston in back-to-back years.
Like,
thank you, Joe.
Yeah, get your priorities in order.
Stop wearing them.
Please, put them up.
Yeah.
How about you get a head coach and a GM first, and then you can start trolling people.
If the Titans could get somebody like a Mike Vrabel.
Man, that would be a good idea. Like, have someone like him as your head coach.
If they get if they get a playmaker like an AJ Brown.
Oh man, yeah, he's really good.
You know?
Yeah, real good player. Yeah, real good player, man. Wow.
Or an offensive lineman like Taylor Lewan, a running back like Derrick Henry, a safety like Kevin Byard. If only.
What's Derrick Henry doing right now?
Scoring touchdowns and getting ready for the playoffs.
You know, Derrick Henry was told enter the room. Hey, you made the Pro Bowl. He didn't even care.
He didn't care.
He didn't even care.
Yeah, he thought it was cool for his teammates.
Yeah,
but for him, he's like,
that's nice, cool. I'm trying to win.
Finish off this.
I'm trying
to win burrito bowl here.
I'm trying to win championships. That's what I'm here for. So, Titans, get it together, man. Get it together.
By the way, Raiders and Bears fans here, we have some nerve.
That's why we can talk, because we know what
Recognize
slop looks
what we
like.
have.
Yeah, we know what slop looks like.
I'd rather be you guys than me right now. Trust me.
Man, those are sad words spoken by Joel Silverberg. Words spoken by Joel Silverberg, by the way, on ESPN over the weekend on SportsCenter Top 10. Joel, was it the number 2 play on the Ice Bears?
Yeah, Tyler Williams with a between-the-legs goal from our shutout win in front of a sold-out crowd on Saturday night. So it was a loose puck on a shorthanded opportunity, and Willie didn't really have another play. He just put it between his legs and put it top shelf and ended up number 2 on SportsCenter the next morning. It was pretty crazy.
By any means, it worked. Joel Silverberg, he is the voice of the Knoxville Ice Bears, producing for us today. As always, on Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900 to join us as we continue right here on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
Always on, always free. Stream us free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com. Your odds to win 99.1 The Sports Animal's biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of Sports Animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly Sports Animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club.
A new year brings so much hope and promise. Let's make sure your financial plan is ready. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach, now financial advisor with Axiom Wealth Management. The new year is the perfect time to create a financial plan that encompasses your dream for the future amidst the changing economy. Whether you have a question about retirement or your business succession plan, give us a call here at Axiom Wealth Management. Head to axiom.nm today to schedule a consultation. Axiom is of Northwestern Mutual Private Client Group.
You run a great local business. Unfortunately, it's buried on page 15 when people search for your service online. Thankfully, there's Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost helps your business increase your online presence. Don't get overshadowed by large corporations when your neighbors need your business the most. You work too hard to go unnoticed. Get a boost with Cumulus Boost today at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
'Tis the season to do some entertaining. Hey, it's Heather Harrington. Now, if the thought of entertaining in your old outdated kitchen sounds more like a chore than a good time, maybe it's time to ask Santa for an update. Let the little elves at Kitchen Sales come up with your dream kitchen on a real budget. They can do it. Kitchen Sales can beat the salvage stores, or they can give you the high-end kitchen of your dreams with a fully custom line of cabinetry. That's the versatility you get when you go to Kitchen Sales. Plus, you don't have to waste time running all over town finding everything for that perfect new kitchen because they're one-stop shopping. You can pick your cabinets, countertops, appliances, hardware, and financing all in-house. And with 2 locations on the opposite sides of town, you're sure to be close to at least one showroom. Hoyt Avenue in downtown just off Cherry Street or out west near Best Buy in the Town and Country Circle. You can find them on social media or pull them up online at kitchensales.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very... Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. It starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? It seems impossible to find them. Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Tyler Ivins from the afternoon show. Let me tell you about my new fence I just got from Tennessee Home. If you came to my house in West Knoxville, I have a beautiful house, but the backyard fence looked like something out of a horror movie. Splits, leaning, skunks, possum, any creature was coming in and out of my backyard. I had to get somebody who was a licensed professional who could come in and give me the privacy that I sorely need. James Anthony checked all the boxes. Give him a ring this afternoon. 865-304-0955. Or you can book online. That's at TennesseeHome.us.
I'm Michael Jenkins, helping you beat the books with BetQL. NBA action takes over Monday night as the NFL regular season is complete. Phoenix visits Philly as the Suns look to snap a 4-game losing streak. Neither team is in a playoff spot right now, but Philly has won 7 of its last 10. The BetQL model isn't picking a side, but loves to play on the total. Their best bet in the NBA on Monday night is taking the over between the Suns and the 76ers. I'm Michael Jenkins. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Final segment of hour number 1. We will begin hour number 2 in about 10 minutes with CJ Moore of The Athletic, seeing what he thinks about this Tennessee basketball team, what has stood out to him with Chaz, Lanier, and the unbeaten Vols, getting ready for Florida and Texas this week with a big SEC slate to go. We say hello to Steven right now on Josh and Swain. Steven, thanks for calling in. What's on your mind today?
Hey, fellas. I appreciate you for taking my call. Hope you all are doing well.
Yeah, same to you.
So, I was just going to comment on what I've noticed from Chaz Lanier's game compared to Dalton Knecht, since that seems to be the big comparison this year. But, overall, remembering back from DK last year, the one big flaw, if you could even say it's a flaw in his game, was his ball handling skills, like in traffic. He seemed like when there was like a lot of congestion, trying to get to the rim or on a fast break, he seemed to lose control of the ball, kind of be a little turnover prone, if you would say, with that. And I just don't get that sense with Chaz Lanier in his game. I just feel a lot more confident whenever he's out there dribbling, getting through traffic. He just seems to take care of the ball a little bit more. So I've been really, really surprised with that. As well as it seems with Chaz, he just seems like a more consistent throughout the game type of scorer, where DK seemed to kind of go through heaters or times where he wasn't on the whole game. And so it's just been really nice to have that consistency with Chaz. And I know we're only 14 games in, but we'll see how it continues. But I just want to hear y'all's thoughts about that.
Yeah, well, as far as Chaz and Dalton, from a turnover rate standpoint, was higher than Chaz. Now, he could make plays around the rim, so from that standpoint. But Chaz, I would say, is strong with the basketball. I think he's a strong player out there on the floor, so that probably helps as well if he's in traffic. So I think that may be fair in terms of the comparison of the two.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair right now, but let's see Chaz take over SEC games the way Dalton did.
Right.
Like Dalton took over against Auburn and looked like a man amongst boys. And this is a fun comparison. I think we need to.
Yeah, we were talking about Player of the Year candidates.
Yeah. This is fun,
right?
Okay?
And how they compare. Yeah.
I'm sure Dalton will get a kick out of this. He loves the fact that there's a player coming in after him that is impacting the team and program that he love to play for.
Yeah.
And so it's just a fun comparison, but so far I think that's fair. Let's see what Chaz does in the SEC games. Chaz only played one, and he dropped 29. And it didn't feel like it was 29. It felt like it was a lot lower. And Ron Slay told us that he's already operating at 85%, and we're going to see more. So we might see more, but let's see what Chaz is able to do during SEC play for the duration, because that's something that Dalton Knecht did and did very well.
Yeah, and then, Stephen, I'm sorry, we'll get to it in the next hours. We're out of time, but the second part of what you brought up was?
Chaz just seems to be a little bit more of a consistent scorer throughout the game, kind of to Swain's point. You don't even notice he's hit, as many buckets as he did, and he has 29 points, whereas DK, it would come in waves. He would go 15, 17 straight points and kind of give us that burst. So I think it's just a little bit easier for our team, I guess, to keep up with the pace of scoring whenever he's just more consistent throughout the whole game.
Gotcha. Well, we're going to come back. We'll talk more about Chaz Lanier because our guest to begin hour number 2 is a big fan. By the way, CJ Moore, who's going to join us, he came on with us early last season, and I think he wrote for The Athletic, I'm starting up the Dalton Knecht fan club. So he was a big fan of what Dalton did and what Tennessee did as a team on its way to an Elite Eight run last year. What does CJ think about Chaz Lanier and this Tennessee basketball team? That when we come back with 2 hours to go on Josh and Swain.
Warm weather's here, and it's time to get outside and enjoy the privacy and the comforts of your own backyard, but you don't have a privacy fence. Or perhaps you need to upgrade your fence, as I just recently did with Tennessee Home. When contacting Tennessee Home, you're looking for somebody who is a licensed contractor who has one of the most experienced teams that East Tennessee has to offer. Over 100 yards for me and the new pup, Howie, and I've been satisfied since the final post went in the ground. 865-304-0955. That's 865-304-0955. We're online at TennesseeHome.us.
Fellas, if you're feeling some of the signs of low testosterone, don't wait. Find out. These signs include feeling tired, fatigue, noticing a lack of motivation and drive, gaining some weight, noticing also a loss of muscle mass. Low T Center can make it easy for you to get those levels checked. It's a simple test, and with their on-site lab, you'll get your results back right there in a nick of time. Low T Center is not your typical doctor's office. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone with testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT. The experts there have over a decade of experience helping patients, and super important, their personal treatment plans are optimized for each patient. These are not basic standard treatments. And for current patients, Low T Center is offering you a $150 referral credit for each new patient that you refer, $150. At Low T Center, you can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medication. So feel your best, look your best. Go to the website first. That's lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement.
Does life feel heavy sometimes? Lay your burden down and give it to God. The Gathering Church is a community of believers who are not here to fix you, but to help you receive the love that God wants you to have. It's never too late. Jesus still saves, heals, delivers, prospers, and He cares for you. Prayer service at 9:30 a.m., teaching at 10:30. Visit online at thegatheringfamily.com, or better yet, come in person. All are welcome at The Gathering. You're not alone. You can make this place your home.
Why is it so cold in here? Don't tell me the heat's broken again. Ugh. No matter the season, a broken furnace, heat pump, or air conditioner is a nightmare. But if you need emergency HVAC repairs or need to invest in a new heating and cooling system, then call the trusted HVAC experts at Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Whatever the problem may be, our certified technicians will make a full assessment and then provide the best long-term solution to warm up your home again in no time. And if you do need a new heating or cooling system, Pipe Wrench proudly installs and services all major HVAC brands you know and trust. We also make it easy with free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer 0% financing on new systems with credit approval. So call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit's free.
Tune in every Saturday morning at 7 for Inside the Numbers with Danny B, the nation's longest-running sports betting talk show since 1994. Get free winners and top picks by calling 877-828-0120. Inside the Numbers, Saturdays at 7 a.m. on 99.1 The Sports Animal. When family matters become legal matters, you need someone on your side who truly understands. At McKinnish Law Group, they focus on family law, guiding you through the toughest times with experience, compassion, and results. From custody battles to divorce, and everything in between. They're here to protect your rights and your family's future. Trust a law firm who cares. McKinnish Law Group, your family, their priority. Visit McKinnishLaw.com today for a consultation and take the first step towards resolution.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com. This is WNML FM Friendsville, WNML AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Maggie Gray with a Sports Minute. The NFL draft order is set and the Tennessee Titans have the #1 overall pick. The Titans clearly need a quarterback, and Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward are the consensus top 2 signal callers. My question, if the Titans love Shedeur, will his Hall of Fame father Dion let the team draft his son, or will he try to steer Shedeur to another franchise? I'm Maggie Gray.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service owner sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance, 687-8200.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us alongside VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward. We appreciate you being with us. We have 2 hours to go this afternoon on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster, live in the Tri-Cities each afternoon. And we welcome to the show, joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline, CJ Moore, covering college basketball for theathletic.com. CJ, it's great to have you back on the show today. How are you?
Hey, Josh, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, wanted to get you on after reading your updated top 25, what you wrote about Tennessee. So Tennessee's ranked number 1 in the country. You have Auburn, Tennessee as your top 2, and that's going to be a battle to play. I don't want to get to, but you wrote about Chaz Lanier, and he had a career-high 29 on Saturday. He's been terrific so far for the Vols. What have you thought seeing him and Tennessee's offense with Chaz Lanier in it this season?
Well, it's pretty incredible that they basically taken the Dalton Knecht formula a year ago and went out and found the best wing scorer in the portal again and identified that guy probably correctly and are just kind of running it back. Now they're different in the way that they play, but I think the formula is kind of similar in having a very talented, great shooting wing who can be a high usage player for them. And it's worked out terrific once again. So credit to them for identifying that guy, because I think Chaz was one of the higher rated guys we had in the portal, but there were reasons to maybe question the legitimacy of his game since he broke out last year and before that his numbers were kind of pedestrian. So you weren't 100% sure if it was going to translate. You never know when these guys are transferring up, but it certainly has.
You mentioned Tennessee is different, and Chaz was one player that came in. They brought in Felix Akpar from Ohio State, a big man, and then Igor Milicic, who has changed some of what they do as well. What stands out overall about what you see from Tennessee, what they are and how they're different maybe?
I think Igor is really the guy that changes them, just in the fact that, we were talking off air, he's kind of a connector. And I think he makes the offense a little easier for everybody else. And, in the fact that he can stretch the floor, give them a little bit better spacing, but he's also a really good passer and just kind of knows where to be. I don't think they had a guy like that last season. I think, the big fella coming in, Felix, is kind of similar to what they already had. And he's arguably been a little bit better than sorry, I'm spacing. Then Jonas Ado was last year, but or Ado. I think I'm fumbling his name.
Yeah, Jonas Ado.
But yeah, Ado. But he, I think he's been arguably a little bit better. But Igor is the one that I think really has made their offense even better than a year ago. And then obviously defensively, they haven't taken a step back at all.
Yeah, we see Igor spreading the floor, and this allows Zakai Ziegler, who is going to be the shortest man on the court. Like, he's getting to the rim. Tennessee's doing a really good job on the boards, which is always harder to get defensive rebounds when the opposite team is shooting threes. Tennessee is shooting threes, but getting rebounds because the floor is space, and it's not clogged in when you have guys like Toby Owaka, who's a really good rebounder, but no one was really threatened by his ability to shoot the basketball. But I think Igor has been the big difference for sure. What do you think about Chaz's ability inside of conference play? There's comparisons to him and Dalton Knecht right now, and Chaz seemed to have a little bit of an advantage. But what Dalton did last year in SEC play, that's going to be very hard to replicate. What do you think about Chaz's chances this year in conference play?
Yeah, I think Dalton was a little bit more dynamic as a playmaker and ability to get to the rim and just a little bit more explosive at the basket. And that allowed him, being able to score at all three levels allowed him to be really, really consistent. I think Chaz can score at all three levels, but he's not quite the same player at the rim as Dalton was. But he's probably a more consistent outside shooter, and he can get that thing off so quickly. And I just think they're built a little bit different this year in that Zakai can kind of be that dominant handler. He's even, I know coming off injury a year ago, he was never quite the same guy. He got good at the end of the year, but I think obviously he's fully back to the best version of himself and has progressed. So I think Chaz can really just kind of be a guy that spaces it, shoot, catch and shoot, run him off screens, and they don't necessarily need to, like they did last year. There were times where they would just put the ball in Dalton's hands, spread it out and just say, hey, go beat your guy one-on-one, and can you go score 30 tonight for us? We're going to need that. I don't think Chaz necessarily always has to do that, but he's just going to run into some big scoring nights because, they have the spacing, they have the ability to get him those shots, and he gets it off so quickly, which is what I wrote about today. I mean, he doesn't need any space at all, and I think he's got probably the fastest release in the country.
We're talking to CJ Moore. He covers college basketball for The Athletic, and SEC play just began this past weekend, conference play. What are we looking at here in the SEC race this season at the top and then throughout the league?
Oh, man, it's a freaking juggernaut. I mean, I think everything people have probably, I'm not a big college football guy and I barely pay attention to it, but, I know this year the SEC wasn't as dominant as it's been in the past, but like every year it's just a head and shoulders above everybody else. That's the basketball league this year. I mean, Auburn, Tennessee, Alabama, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Kentucky. I mean, those are all teams that you could argue should be top 10, top 15 teams in college basketball. Florida as well. I think Auburn and Tennessee are maybe on a tier by themselves, and then probably Alabama and Florida are just slightly below them. But it's really, really good at the top and really deep too. Like there aren't I don't think South Carolina's that great. I think LSU's just okay. But other than that, like every other team in the league, I would say probably has a chance to make the NCAA tournament.
Do you have an early player to watch as far as conference player of the year? I know Auburn has Broome, but do you have like 2 or 3 guys in the league that you're watching outside of Broome and, of course, Chaz Lanier?
Walter Clayton, for sure. I think he's a awesome shooter and has been terrific for Florida. Mark Sears has not shot the ball well, but man, if his 3 ball ever gets going, we saw what he could do a year ago when he gets hot. So those would probably be the guys right now that stand out to me. Kentucky's pretty balanced. They don't have like a superstar out there, but I think it's probably Broome is the National Player of the Year favorite, so he's probably the SEC favorite. But Chaz is about as close as you can be. I think he's probably a first-team All-American at this point. We'll see. It's going to play out. There's a lot of games left, but those two have probably separated themselves a little bit from the pack.
CJ Moore, The Athletic, with us. Last year we talked to you about Dalton Knecht, and we saw Tennessee end up going on a run to the Elite Eight. This year it's still early on in the season, but the potential is there. Offensively, what Tennessee has been able to do with Knecht coming in and then Igor and Chaz, what they've added, has that changed how you view what Tennessee can be as a postseason team, knowing what you expect out of a Rick Barnes defense with the element they've added on the offensive end of the floor?
Yeah, I mean, just like last year, I thought that was a team good enough to get to the Final Four. You never know in the NCAA tournament. A lot of times going to depend on matchups and who's in your region. But, I think Tennessee was probably one of the best 4 or 5 teams in college basketball last year. Same thing this year. I do think there are more teams at the top that are at elite level this year. I wrote about it in today's top 25. Like if you look at KenPom and efficiency margins, usually if a team is over plus 30, they're usually the number 1 team in college basketball. Well, this year we have 5 of those teams right now that are over 30, Tennessee being one of them. So I do think it's probably going to be about as hard a Final Four to make as there has been in a while. But I think Tennessee is one of those teams that's good enough to make a Final Four, good enough to win a national title, and it's going to be fun to watch. I don't really have any rooting interest, but I do always pull a little bit for Rick because I think he's a terrific coach that hasn't always gotten the credit he deserves. So seeing Rick Barnes go and win a national title would be a storyline. We always root for the stories, so I'd be rooting for that storyline. It'd be a fun one.
Yeah, a lot of local interest in that, I'm sure you're aware of as well. Before you go, Zakai Ziegler, how much national attention is there on a guy that he's often going to be the smallest guy on the floor, but he's been impactful as SEC Defensive Player of the Year, now a senior point guard at Tennessee?
I think he's getting his flowers. Like I think people nationally realize how good he is and the fact that they're number 1, and I think most people are paying attention to their games. they see how great a passer he is and that he can, also fill it up. So I think he's getting probably the love that he deserves. But, I think Tennessee is one of those teams with like a guy like Chaz. He's probably going to get written about the most. But, if I were making All-American teams right now, I think Zakai would probably be if I were making 3 teams, 15 guys, I'd have to really think about it, but I think Zakai would probably be in that mix.
Outside the SEC, before you go, top stories at Cooper, Flag, and Duke, or would you go something else?
Oh man, I mean, dude, probably they're really really good, and I think you could any of the top 4 teams right now in college basketball, you could make an argument for, hey, they're the best or they're the best. They're the best. Iowa State's one that I wrote about earlier this year that I think is a really fun storyline, just in the fact that they're a team that hasn't spent quite as much as everybody else in that top tier in NIL. And, their guys were not as high profile of players, whether they came out of high school or in the portal, and they're figuring out a way to be in that elite tier. So that's probably one of my favorite storylines, but Duke's definitely going to be one to watch, and defensively, they're really, really good.
Go read what CJ wrote about Tennessee. Chaz Lanier, has anybody sent you a quicker release than Chaz? I know it was just earlier today that you asked for that, but has anybody sent a quicker release than Chaz with what you've seen?
I haven't checked my Twitter or Blue Sky here in a couple hours, but I don't believe so. Not yet. So still looking for entries. I don't think anybody's going to beat them.
Yeah, there can't be many. Go read that at theathletic.com. Always enjoy your coverage, CJ, and always appreciate your time. Thanks so much for hopping on with us today.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, CJ. CJ Moore of The Athletic, talking Tennessee, the SEC, and Tennessee. Big potential as much as anybody in the country.
Yeah, those 3 teams that CJ was talking about being over 30, the net ranking according to KenPom: Iowa State, Tennessee, Houston, Duke, and Auburn. So, and Iowa State, man, they looked really good last year. Watched them in the Big 12 championship versus Houston, and they took care of Houston in that game. They're physical, they're skilled, they're tough for sure. But Tennessee, one of those teams, right now ranked 4th according to KenPom, but number 1 for 5 straight weeks, program record. This is fun.
Makes the transition out of football season easier, smoother, right?
Well,
you just transition into a
baseball
number
did it
1
for
ranking.
us after Zach Edey was cheating. Purdue won.
Yeah.
Purdue cheated. Yep, that's what I'm telling myself, and made the transition to baseball a lot easier.
Yeah, Ohio State cheated too, right?
Of course they cheated, man.
It's got to be against the rules to have that many 4- and 5-star players at once.
Got to be. That can't be legal. Goodness, all that coaching talent and player talent,
right?
Got to be illegal.
Yep. Jeremiah Smith next year. I heard that the NCAA is looking into the 1 Mississippi rule. He's got to count to 1 Mississippi before he's allowed to go.
No. Since we changing the rules and letting players stay until they 32 years old, Jeremiah Smith should be able to go to the NFL after this year. Come on, he's ready. Don't make these college DBs suffer anymore.
If the old guys can stay, can't the young guys go?
That's what I'm saying. Let Jeremiah Smith go. You're holding him back. College DBs, it's not fair to them. He needs to go somewhere else.
We'll come back. 865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of the show today. We'll talk more about the number 1 ranked Tennessee basketball team with the win against Arkansas and a big week coming up. Florida tomorrow night on the road. Texas tomorrow. Reminder, this time tomorrow we'll be on the sleigh ride. Ron Sleigh every week, thanks to Native Design, joins us each Tuesday in the 1 o'clock hour for a full hour. We'll keep the conversation going, more football talk as well, and we invite you to be a part of it. 865-656-9900 to join us on Josh and Swain.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. So we got some cold temperatures here and that are coming up over the next week or two. Could be pretty severe. Could have some winter weather that's coming. If that's the case, you could run into plumbing issues. If you do, you need somebody that you can call, that you can trust. That's Wilson Brothers Plumbing. We have relied on Wilson Brothers Plumbing at my home multiple times. They have helped us with issues from when we ran into an underground leak issue. They were able to come out and fix it for us. They helped us with a project that we needed taken care of the right way. If you run into an issue during the winter season, or if you would like to get out in front of any issue, you can get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They can help you with preventative maintenance to ensure that you don't run into issues like frozen pipes or other issues that could occur over the next few months. Get in touch with Wilson Brothers by calling 865-415-1537. You can visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Sweetie, come here. Don't worry. I see a lot of patients with the exact same thing.
Ever since the ice skating rink went in next door?
Or is it more than
Dr. Clark's business is heating up.
So many patients need my help. How will I find time to see all of them?
They need to hire a scheduler, stat.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
A new year brings so much hope and promise. Let's make sure your financial plan is ready. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach, now financial advisor with Axiom Wealth Management. The new year is the perfect time to create a financial plan that encompasses your dream for the future amidst the changing economy. Whether you have a question about retirement or your business succession plan, give us a call here at Axiom Wealth Management. Head to axiom.nm today to schedule a consultation. Axiom is a Northwestern Mutual private client group.
Join Tyler and Will this Friday afternoon at Oak Ridge Nissan at the corner of Illinois Avenue and the Turnpike in Oak Ridge. Make that short 10-minute drive from anywhere to Oak Ridge and save thousands. This Friday afternoon, starting at 3 at Oak Ridge Nissan with Tyler and Will in 99.1, the Sports Animal. You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Next to VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward. Call or text in at 865-656-9900. We'll continue the conversation with Tennessee's basketball team getting the win against Arkansas this past weekend, going to Florida tomorrow and to Texas on Saturday. Both road trips for Tennessee here early on in conference play. We'll talk more about Tennessee basketball. Question in the a text box from Drew about officiating. Are they calling less walks? Often I think you can see walks that are missed. Might have happened on Saturday as well. Tomorrow will be a tough game. One of the top players in the league, as C.J. Moore mentioned last segment, is there at Florida. So Gators are really good. They suffered their first loss of the season this past weekend at Kentucky, but they led early. They were in it all the way through. And Walter Clayton is the player that he mentioned for Florida. Gators are really good.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at like the box score for the Kentucky-Florida game, you start looking at the key statistical categories, it really doesn't make sense why Florida lost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kentucky just shot the ball a whole lot better, and there's two really great shooters in this league. One plays for Tennessee, one plays for Kentucky, and Kentucky just shot the ball better than Florida. That's why they won. Florida dominated them on the boards. Tennessee will have their hands full keeping the games off the boards for sure.
Yeah, be a good matchup for Tennessee's defense. Right now, the Vols' defense is ranked number 1 in the country in defensive rating. Florida's offense is ranked number 3 in the country. So be a great matchup, and, of course, you go on the road. It's always tough, especially against that quality of a team. 865-656-9900 to join us right now. We say hello to Bill on Josh and Swain. Hey, Bill, thanks for calling in. What's on your mind today?
Hey, thanks, guys. Regarding guys that may not, in football, guys that may not have played any or at all or much last season, and the incoming freshmen. Obviously, the Sanders guy from Charlotte needs to play early. Are there other names that we ought to look for? And thank you very much.
Okay. Bill, thanks a lot for the call. Well, we've talked a lot about wide receiver. Mike Matthews and Braylon Staley would be 2 returning players that didn't play a lot. Matthews played some, but not a lot. And then Staley, we saw him in the playoff game. And those are guys that are going to have to factor in. We talked about Travis Smith a little bit last hour. He's a freshman who's highly touted, big-time talent, looks like, that could have a chance. That position group is still to be figured out. Sanders, yeah, he could be the starter at tackle next year, 5-star offensive line signee. And then let's see, Swain, one of these high school linemen that have signed over the last couple of years, does one of them emerge? Do they get a couple of those guys to emerge for starting positions?
Yeah, you hope so. I mean, you've recruited that position for the last couple of years. You want one of those guys to be able to start for you and contribute. I mean, the thing about this upcoming season, Josh, like, you don't have UTC to get warmed up for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're going to start off with Syracuse. And Syracuse is a good football program that's turned around. They got turned around really quickly. They have a head coach in Fran Brown that his personality is all over this football team. Like, you better be ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And Tennessee might have to play a true freshman there at the most important position on the field to protect, Nico's, blind side or his front side. But either way, he'll be playing tackle. He does a good job of winning that job in fall camp. So you don't really have a lot of room for error first game of the season because you're going to play a really talented football team. But, yeah, like, running back will be young.
Mm-hmm.
Receiver, we're going to be young. You're going to be young there at tackle. Either side, I know Lance Hurd did a really good job of bouncing back after the start of last season. But last season was his first year starting. So this will be his second year starting. He's still young. So a lot of youth on this football team coming up.
Yeah, 2 other players by name that I would add for early consideration that could be impactful. Edwin Smillman will be a second-year linebacker. The need at that position has grown. You started this year with Keenan Peely. He was lost to injury. They've had 2 transfers. Caleb Perry, he's headed to Louisville, and Jalen Smith to Mississippi State. So Spillman will be one of their top 3 guys, talented player in last year's class. And then the freshman Morris, Austin Price mentioned him after some of the bowl practices. Again, very early, but running back is a position that is still to be determined how they replace Dylan Sampson. The freshman Morris that they were able to flip from USC is somebody I think to at least watch.
Yeah. Explosive.
Mm-hmm.
Home run hitter. So there's going to be a lot of young guys playing for sure.
Cameron texted in, not thrilled, I would say is a one way to describe it, that Zachariah Branch is going to Georgia.
I mean, I wouldn't be thrilled either. I mean, if you look at Tennessee's receiver room and look at what happened the past 2 years, and you have a guy out there that's has his level of skill, and then he goes to a team you got to play every single year, and they had the same problem.
Right.
So, yeah, I get it, but you have to understand the economics that's attached to it, and I don't know if Tennessee was willing to pay what Georgia was willing to pay.
Yeah, Georgia looked at it and said, man, we didn't do enough or weren't in good enough position to replace Brock Bowers and Ladd McConkey this season, and said we're going to be in a better position next year.
Well, Georgia doesn't have to really do that a lot because they've done a really, really good job of identifying guys in high school ranks, bringing them in, developing them, and not missing out during those evals and having to make up for it by overpaying in the portal. They haven't had to do that. So to fix a glaring hole, they say, hey, we don't have to do it much, but we can do it here for this particular player at this particular time.
Yeah. So, Cameron not thrilled to see Zachariah there.
Who's thrilled? Who at Tennessee is thrilled to have to go up against that guy?
I would say, Cameron's in a large group of Tennessee fans with a shared opinion.
Yeah, he's going to be a problem if he plays like he played against teams his freshman year. And he's good.
Didn't want him anyway.
Oh, yeah. Branch. Hey, don't let them tell you to drive on the speed limit, man. You stay driving the speed limit down there, man. Something going on down there, Branch. Don't get caught in the bad crowds. You drive the speed limit. I'm saying.
They've had an issue down there.
They've had many issues down there.
Right. Yep.
So I don't want Branch to be the next one that gets pulled over driving 370 miles per hour in a 15.
I can't believe Beck did the deal with the Lamborghini. Who approved that?
It's quarterback. Yeah. Quarterbacks do what they want, Josh. You haven't noticed that? Even before they play in college and after they play in college, quarterbacks have privilege. They do what they want.
A wide receiver never would.
Of course not. It's all about the team, Josh.
All about the team. We are all about accepting your calls and texts over the next 90 minutes. We'll talk more Tennessee, more out of the NFL regular season coming to an end, heading toward the postseason, the offseason for others. 865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of the show. Tennessee #1 in basketball with the win against Arkansas and a big week coming up as well. Big 90 minutes to go right here on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 The Sports Animals' biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of sports animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly sports animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for the Jungle Email Club.
Do you need a new deck or fence? Call Tennessee Home, your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Tennessee Home offers a no-pressure approach to your design and installation needs. 865-304-0955 or TennesseeHome.us.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
The NFL wildcard playoffs are set after the regular season concluded yesterday. The playoffs begin on Saturday with the Texans taking on the Chargers at 4:30, the Steelers visiting the Ravens at 8, and then on Sunday the Bills take on the Broncos at 1 o'clock with the Kansas City Chiefs as the AFC's #1 seed. In the NFC, the Packers get the Eagles Sunday at 4:30, the Commanders take on the Buccaneers at 8, and the Vikings visit the Rams on Monday at 8 o'clock. The Lions are the #1 seed in the NFC for the first time in franchise history. Also in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars fired head coach Doug Peterson after going 4-13 this season. Peterson went 22-29 in 3 years with the franchise, including one playoff appearance in his first season. Former Tennessee linebacker Jerod Mayo has been fired as head coach of the Patriots after going 4-13 in his first season as the team's head coach. Mayo had spent nearly a decade and a half as a player or a coach for the Patriots since 2008. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Covenant Health Fitness Center. It has been Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. They've changed the name. It's Covenant Health Fitness Center. They've been a part of the Covenant Health family, and they will continue to offer the same great experience for all of the members. They have the same 5-star amenities available for you when you sign up. When you sign up at Covenant Health Fitness Center, remember that it's month to month. No long-term contracts when you sign up. And they continue to offer so many different ways for you to hit your fitness goals. You have access to more than 85 energizing group fitness classes every single week at Covenant Health Fitness Center. They also have everything you need with an indoor gym, with the strength equipment, cardio equipment, and indoor track. They have an indoor basketball court, indoor racquetball courts, different studios, access to bikes for cycling. Sprint classes are great at Covenant Health Fitness Center. And that indoor pool, it's available for you 12 months out of the year, an indoor heated pool. And again, It's month to month when you sign up. Kingston Pike, right off Pellissippi Parkway. Stop by. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Covenant Health Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
For three from the corner, she got it. The Kim Caldwell era of Lady Vol basketball is off to a hot start, and the fun is just beginning. Going coast to coast, off and left, and good. Get your tickets to see Lady Vols this season inside Food City Center. With a record number of season tickets already sold, you don't want to miss the action. She takes an NBA range three, and she sinks it. Single game tickets for Lady Vol basketball are available now at allvols.com.
Hey fellas, Jason Swain here. It's time to keep that promise that you made to yourself about getting your testosterone levels checked. If you're lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be the answer, and nobody matches the experts at Low T Center. But we all have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan. Look for a personalized treatment plan, like you'll get at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 referral credit when you refer a new patient. So go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953, and the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
If you're just about to head out, grab some extra layers because the feels like temperature will tumble through Monday afternoon, only into the teens and 20s. Our high came earlier. A little bit of snow at the higher elevations of Fentress and Scott counties and atop the Smokies, but it's all about the cold, barely getting above freezing the next few days. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
CumulusDigital.com. Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you're having a great start to the week. First full week of 2025. It is the fifth week that Tennessee's basketball team will be ranked number one. Fifth week in a row, I should say. as that was made official earlier today with both the updated AP and USA Today coaches polls. I don't think there was much doubt going in, but Auburn has been so impressive. There's a case there. But the Vols are unbeaten. They just beat up on Arkansas. So Tennessee remains number one in the country in both the AP and coaches polls for the 5th week in a row. Tennessee now 14-0 overall on the season.
Hard to maintain where Tennessee and Auburn is for the entire season. So there's a lot of really good teams in the SEC who can maintain the longest, who can play their best at the right time. So, I mean, Florida, we mentioned this before the break. I mean, you can look at that Kentucky game. That game was 100-106. Kentucky made 14 threes and shot 48% from three, Josh. Like, Florida, on any other day, they win that game versus Kentucky. Kentucky also had 44 points in the paint, 6 more than Florida. 8 rebounds more for the Gators over Kentucky. Tuesday's going to be a street fight. The crowd is going to be on another level. They're so disrespectful down there. You remember the year that Grant and Admiral and those boys were Gator chomping after the game? Imagine what was said to them during the game. So Zakai and Meshack, they'll let the newcomers know, the Chaz of the world, the Felix Alpars, the Igor Milicic, let those guys know what's in store, what's about to happen. Make sure you're locked in and focused and don't let the crowd get the best of you.
Yeah, if there's any analytics site out there that charts sportsmanship, tomorrow night's game will rank low.
No, yeah,
I would say the Tennessee-Florida game. Not going to score high.
Yeah, that Ziegler versus Clayton matchup is going to be fun to watch. Clayton dropped 33 on Kentucky on Saturday.
A nerd alert, by the way, Ken Palm does a thrill score for each game, and a buddy of mine shared this and said he believes this is the highest thrill score to this point in the college basketball season, the projected thrill score of Tennessee-Florida tomorrow.
What number is that?
87.7.
87.7 out of 100?
Is a thrill score. I would imagine so.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Ken Pov gives the slight edge to Tennessee going in.
I get it, man. That's a tough matchup for Tennessee. That is going to be a hornet's nest down there.
Yeah, Tennessee's not going unbeaten this season.
No.
I think everybody recognizes that. So they lose the game tomorrow. They play a good game. There's value in that. You don't want to lose the game. Tennessee's not going to lose, but there's a long way to go. There's value in playing that game in what's going to be a tough environment against what is probably going to be a top 3 or 4 seed, maybe at the worst, NCAA tournament team, at least the way Florida projects.
But if you win, oh, man.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
It's going to help you so much later down the road.
The Lady Vols lost yesterday. Disappointing to lose. They had a shot there at the end, but the comeback against a high-quality Oklahoma team, there was value, I believe, in that for the Lady Vols as they played the season out, and they're learning in year one with Kim Caldwell. And after the impressive performance overall, was it Thursday night against A&M, Kim Caldwell was talking about areas where she wasn't happy. They have a loss now. They weren't going to go undefeated. Everybody knew that. So there will be things to take away from that. Coming back and having a shot at the end was impressive for the Lady Vols yesterday.
Yeah, that was something you can take away from that game and build upon. They needed to lose a game. I mean, you got a lot of newcomers coming in at once. Mm-hmm. First year, some of those players that played before at Tennessee, they've experienced more success than they have since they've been there. They probably need to be brought back down to reality a little bit. This loss can help them. We saw what a loss can do for a team. Look over at football and Notre Dame losing to Northern Illinois, how they responded from that. I can see Caldwell using this loss to help her team pay attention to the areas that she was concerned about leading up to this basketball game.
Just following up from earlier conversation in the YouTube chat, we were talking about the Oilers uniforms and the Titans.
I'm tired of seeing them.
They do look so good. Super in the YouTube chat. I want to always see the Oilers uniforms. I love them. They do look great. It's a great look. I
don't want to see it.
I feel like that should belong to the Texans. I recognize that the Oilers came to the Titans, and that's the franchise.
Change the name. Shouldn't change the name. Should have been the Tennessee Oilers.
Yeah, they changed the Titans. I don't feel strongly about it. Just it's confusing to me.
Yeah, just
To see
you chose to leave, and you chose to change the name. Don't go back. Don't go back. You thought Tennessee was better. You thought the Titans was better. Don't go back wearing the Oilers.
I wish the Texans were the Oilers. Houston Texans.
Well, that's what the Browns did, right?
Right. So
the Browns said, okay, you going to leave? We'll just create a new team.
Yeah, so that Cleveland was able to recreate the Browns. It took a while. In the NBA, Charlotte started back up with the Bobcats, but then New Orleans relinquished, and Charlotte ended up being the Hornets again.
Yeah. So you got examples in multiple sports that you can do that. So that's what the Texans should have done. But the Texans uniforms are pretty cool too. Like their logo is pretty awesome. It's pretty cool logo. So just let it go.
Yeah. So I totally agree. The uniforms look good. I just think the wrong team is wearing them.
Well, no one ever said, "Man, that baby blue is an ugly color." Like it's a beautiful color.
Beautiful, yeah.
Like North Carolina is baby blue. Like you can't go wrong with baby blue. Tulane, they're baby blue and green. They don't go together, but still beautiful. Why? Baby blue. Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong against baby blue.
Yeah, Tennessee Summit Blue.
See? Good example.
Even when the football team wears the Summit Blue accessories.
Sure. Baby blue is a good color, though.
Yeah. All right.
I'm with you, though.
Yeah, so no knock on the uniform, just protocol could improve. Personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I would probably work on the team improving. I'll probably put my focus there, too.
That would be good. Joey in the Borough, this says, I love the troll job. Tighten up.
Trolling a team that's better than you. Oh, boy. That's clever. You got him. You got him, Titans.
I'd troll them with better quarterback play. I'd try that one.
I would troll them with better players and a better coach and win the games first before trolling. But, hey.
To each their own.
Whatever.
Yep. Let's sneak Mark in before the segment ends. Hey, Mark, good afternoon. What's on your mind?
So on that topic, guys, all three of you, I want to get your votes on if you are the new Titans GM, what would you do with the number one pick? You going to pick one of these quarterbacks? You going to trade back? Because we need a lot of help, to be fair. But I don't know if it can all be fixed with one pick. So what do you think?
I don't know if I could pick a quarterback number one. Like Shadur is good, Cam Ward is good, but number one overall, I don't know. I mean, I would have to go with the best player, maybe a lineman. You need explosive players on the outside. I mean, it's hard for me to go quarterback, so I would probably trade back, or I would go with Travis Hunter.
I would try to trade back. I would hope that maybe the Giants at 3 decide, got to get him. The Browns are at number 2. I don't know what that franchise is doing. So the top 4, Titans, Browns, Giants, Patriots. Patriots don't need a quarterback. Jaguars are number 5. They're going to bring back Lawrence, right, from his injury.
Yeah.
Peterson was let go today. So I would be trying to trade back and get as many assets as possible and maybe look to see if I can find a veteran quarterback that I believe still has ability similar to what's happened with Darnold in Minnesota, except for last night, and Baker Mayfield. So see if there is that kind of option where you don't have to spend as much, maybe be better right away, and wait on a better, younger quarterback in the future.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota has to make a decision. I mean, they have J.J. McCartney. They drafted him high, but Sam Darnold has played better. And so, I mean, at some point, you're going to have to pay Sam Darnold a lot of money or let him go. If you're the Titans, I think you monitor that situation very closely and you possibly make a move. The thing about that is Sam Darnold has been successful under one coach,
right.
And that coach is O'Connell there at Minnesota. Can you recreate that with your coach there in Tennessee? I don't know.
Mark, it's a question. We appreciate you calling in, but the Titans do have the number 1 pick.
And Nico will be available next year, Titans. Just go ahead and get somebody else now. Then you can bring in Nico next year.
Here you go. Joe Milton, trade for him. Still early. Hendon Hooker. Aaron Rodgers was talking glowingly about the state of Tennessee last week.
Aaron Rodgers needs to go sit down somewhere. It's a wrap.
I would agree with that. We'll come back, 865-656-9900 to join us on Josh and Swain.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
Premium, by definition, a product of superior quality and therefore a higher price. SweetDeals.com's new Premium tab is here to break all the rules. Premium products without the extra cost. Designer handbags, luxury cruises, autographed sports memorabilia, gift cards to your favorite eateries, stores, and more. Priced up to 70% off. Premium just got affordable to all. Shop, score, save. Up to 70% off. SweetDeals.com. Click on the Premium tab and reward yourself today.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At Men's Pro Knoxville, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
Men's Pro Knoxville has proven results for increasing drive and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call Men's Pro Knoxville at 865-544-8220 or visit menspronknoxville.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now. Call 865-544-8220 or visit menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind on payment houses. I even buy my tenant will pay me the rent houses. Do you have a house that's in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying those houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast, call me, 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, while we'll even tuck you in.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us in the final segment of hour number 2. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock today. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. We've had a couple of texts about this news, and it's, of course, gotten plenty of online reaction. Jerod Mayo was let go yesterday after one season as the Patriots head coach. I hate to see that. He didn't have a chance to succeed in his first year as a head coach.
They were going to lose in year one.
There are a lot of people who thought they could have the number 1 pick. They would have if they lost yesterday, but they won. They end up with the 4th pick. So in some people's eyes, record-wise, they actually outperformed expectations. I saw this from Benjamin Watson, who played with the Patriots, longtime NFL player, played at Georgia. He's an analyst now with the SEC Network. Said Jerod Mayo was set up. Bill goes 4-13 in his last season with a roster void of top-tier talent. What miracle were we expecting Jerod to perform in 17 games? If he wasn't going to get an adequate chance to build a roster, then why hire him?
Yeah. Robert Gronkowski was about to go in there with the panel on Fox. Like, he was pretty much saying the same things, that he didn't get a fair shake and it was, unfair. It was kind of a setup. So I hate that for Mayo. Mayo's a loyal guy, and I don't think they were loyal to him.
Yeah, and I don't know if he should have been the head coach, if he should have continued as the head coach, but I do know that he was not given a chance to. It wasn't going to happen.
I would like to know the
succeed
reason,
based on how this played out.
I would like to know the reason why they saw red lights and sirens to push the red button after 1 year. Like, look at the mess over there with the Titans. In their first year coach, they're not making a change. There's plenty of red alarms and lights. The times that their head coach called out their quarterback publicly in the media for making boneheaded decisions. I would like to know the reason, like the moment they said, "Oh yeah, Mayo can't be a head coach in this league for our organization right now."
Now there is one factor, and we'll see if it plays out. But Mike Vrabel is available as a head coach. He's a former Patriot. He's probably going to be on a sideline somewhere next year. The Patriots could have said, "I'm not sure with Jerod. We want Vrabel," and they're going to go after him. And we'll see if that's who they hire.
But I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a good job with the Titans. Maybe the Titans can bring in Mayo. Then you have Will Levis, who likes Mayo, coaching for Coach Mayo. How about that?
Those are some pieces that are being put together.
Yeah, man.
We've been asked, if Tim Banks were to leave and take a job elsewhere, could Mayo be a candidate to be Tennessee's defensive coordinator?
If you were Mayo, what would you do?
I'd want to continue in the NFL.
Me too. But
yeah, and by the way, for Jerod, maybe this can be good for his long-term future as a coach. He has a long way to go if he wants to be a head coach again in the NFL. He's only been with the Patriots, right? He played for them, immediately coached with them. So connecting with another franchise.
He can bounce back. Brian Flores was pushed out. Miami went through, that scandal there, and then he's back in position to be a head coach. Mm-hmm. How about Matt Nagy? My goodness, what a bomb job he did with Chicago. He's in position again to be a head coach. So
Arthur Smith is a rumored candidate.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane. Well, hey.
He's only 1 year removed from being out in Atlanta.
Well, Raheem Morris was the head coach of Tampa Bay when he was young, and he got fired. Look what he is now. So you can bounce back if you're Jerod Mayo. Just learn what to do, what not to do, and take advantage of your opportunity the next time it comes up. But there is a tie, though, between Mayo and Tennessee outside of him just playing here. His college roommate, Robert Ayers, is currently on the staff, working with the defensive lineman. So I don't know why Mayo would do it. I wouldn't touch college football if I was Mayo.
But
thank you.
He'll have options. I hope he takes his time to find what the best option is next.
Yeah, for sure.
For Jerod Mayo. We'll come back 1 hour to go right here on Josh and Swain.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen here. Join me and my compadre, Chris Brockman, every Monday on the Overreaction Monday podcast.
I'm also saying the record's going to go down.
I'm saying the record's going down anyway. The guy.
I don't think you're off on this at all. Like, you're spot on here. I don't think this is an overreaction because we have no idea what we're reacting to. Come react or overreact with us.
Overreaction Monday. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
It's game over. Over, man.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal with the Josh and Swain Show this Wednesday as they broadcast live from Citizen Agency on Broadway in Knoxville from noon to 3, brought to you by Axiom Wealth. World-class solutions with tangible results, offering a tailored approach to financial security for every season of life.
You are losing money if you do not add a deck before you sell your home. That's why you need to call James Anthony, 304-0955. You can also see what you can do online. That's at TennesseeHome.us. We're talking 20 years of experience and not just squares and rectangles. If you're looking for somebody who can bring customization to your home, call James Anthony at Tennessee Home, 304-0955, 304-0955, or TennesseeHome.us.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com.
Are you noticing cracks in your foundation walls, moisture in your crawl space, water in your basement, or sunken concrete in your driveway or sidewalk? If so, these are classic signs of foundation and settlement issues. You need a local repair team that can solve the problem with a lasting solution. United Structural Systems has been keeping homes dry and stable in Tennessee for over 30 years. For peace of mind, schedule your free inspection with USS at USSTN.com. Go Vols!
Hey fellas, Jason Swain here. It's time to keep that promise that you made to yourself about getting your testosterone levels checked. If you're lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be the answer, and nobody matches the experts at Low T Center. But we all have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan. Look for a personalized treatment plan, like you'll get at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 referral credit when you refer a new patient. So go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned, operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit WhiteheadAutoSales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953. And the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor, from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 99.1thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute, sponsored by TGL, presented by SoFi. Tune in every week for TGL matches. The NFL has a huge advantage over other sports because their season is shorter, but they're clearly at the limit of how many games they can have. Week 18 was terrible. Even teams with playoff seeding on the line sat their quarterbacks. If they don't care, why should we? Something the NFL should consider as it weighs adding even one more game. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer-dropping, overtime-forcing, playoffs on the line golf. Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance, 687-8200.
Welcome into hour number 3 of Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We have 1 hour to go. We're with you on 99.1 The Sports Animal, AM 640 The Sports Monster. You can watch on YouTube. Stop by the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube channel. We'd love for you to subscribe. Love for you to hit that like button if you pop in to watch. You can also chat with us there on YouTube. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock today, inviting you to call or text as well. 865-656-9900. Hot off the presses as well, Swain. We've talked about the number 1 ranked Tennessee basketball team with a win against Arkansas on Saturday, 76-52. Tennessee blowing out Arkansas. Chaz Lanier, SEC Co-Player of the Week. Kentucky's Kobe is the other player. You're talking about the shooters in the league. There you go.
Those two are the best shooters in the league. He had 7 threes versus Florida. His shot is so pure.
They both shoot at an unreasonable rate considering the volume as well.
Well, Chaz is like, 45%, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
What about Kobe? He was like 50-something at one point.
Let's see. I'll get you an update.
Has he toned it down a little bit?
Yeah, and last year at Dayton, he shot, 49.8%.
That's insane.
So far this season, he's at 52.3%
oh, my
from 3.
God. That's insane. That's insane, man. Like, I saw him versus Clemson, and I was like, yo, he can fill it up. And then I saw his percentage, and I was like, that's no way that's real. He's still letting it fly, still going in if he's still over 50%. Yeah. You don't help off him. No help off of him.
Yeah, 7 of 9 against Florida.
That's
on
like
Saturday.
shooting free throws.
Mm-hmm.
No help off him. They shake up guard him. That's gonna be a tough one right there, man. Tennessee, Kentucky.
Yeah, I saw Chaz mention, hey, we think we have the best guards in the country. Florida's guards really good. It's going to be a great matchup tomorrow night. So every night, Tennessee's going to go in with a chance because of how they can defend, and their offense can change part of the conversation of what the team is just capable of, period.
And then also every night, they could lose because of how strong the league is. And it's hard to be on top of your game every single night. And Tennessee has that target on their back. So every time Tennessee enters your city, there's going to be a sellout crowd. There's going to be a challenge to the student sections. Come on, let's help your team pull off the upset. It's going to be a very, very difficult environment. It's Tuesday and every other place they go this season, as long as they're number 1 in the country.
Yeah, entering SEC play, so this was Friday going into Saturday's conference opening games. 8 of Tennessee's 9 SEC road games were against teams that ranked in the top 50 of KenPom. The rankings might have adjusted a little bit after this past weekend, but 8 of their 9 games against top 50 teams away from Knoxville.
That's why we're number 1 in the country.
So Tennessee remains number 1 for a 5th straight week in the AP and coaches polls, and Chaz Lanier, co-player of the week in the SEC.
You love it. You love it. He's so humble, man. Reminds me a lot of Dalton Knecht.
Mm-hmm.
I brought up Ron Slay. He called him Coach Slay. Coach Slay. So, but he's so humble, and he tried to dunk on Arkansas.
He did.
He cocked it back. Player blocked it from the back, and the player looks like he had something to say or trying to stand over Chaz. Chaz doesn't give it any attention, any energy.
Not worried about it.
He's locked in on the next play. That's a maturity that you see right there.
It's remarkable. Back-to-back years, bringing in Dalton Knecht, best transfer in college basketball last year. And Chaz Lanier, to this point, he's right up there at the top with anybody.
4.5 points per game as a freshman. Played in 10 or so games, 10 to 15, somewhere around there. He mentioned, because we asked him, Tony Jones and Mark Packer, and I asked him about tough environments that he's played in during his career. When he was at North Florida, they did go to Lubbock and play against Texas Tech, and that was a really tough environment. But we were talking about what he should expect tomorrow in the O-Dome. He'll be ready. I mean, Illinois, he got pushed by a fan after the game, so he can handle that. He can handle the O-Dome.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Rick Barnes also mentioned after the game that he was thinking the other day about, man, I can't believe this is Zakai's senior year.
Don't think about that, Rick. We don't want you thinking about that, because then you might start thinking about how it's time to go home. Don't think about that, Rick. Please don't think about that.
It's a scary thought. I will encourage everyone to think about this. There's the old line, why don't you know that you're in the good old days, wish you knew then? I don't know how long they're going to last, but you're in it. And it doesn't mean whenever Rick Barnes moves on, or it doesn't mean next year when they have to replace Zakai Ziegler that they can't replace these important people with really good players. Because last year we were talking about, man, they're going to have to replace Dalton Knecht, and they did it with Chaz Lanier.
You can't replace Dalton. You can't replace Zakai Ziegler.
I agree.
They won't be able to.
It's not just about how good of a basketball player he is, because he's a terrific player. It's his mindset. It's his character's leadership. It's everything about Zakai Ziegler.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long this season's going to last. They might go to the Final Four. They might win the national championship. They might. All I know is it's difficult to get better than it is right now with how good they are and how easy the people are to pull for.
Yep.
The people that are in place. Having Zakai Ziegler kind of fall into their lap, and Tennessee deserves all kinds of credit for discovering Zakai and getting him to Knoxville. But there's a world where he goes somewhere else. He said he thought he was going to Minnesota at one point. He ends up at Tennessee. And look at what's happened. It happened for a reason. Tennessee's lucky to have Zakai Ziegler. You have him for a few more months. So enjoy what's happening. I think fans are, but a reminder to enjoy what's happening. These are the good old days. You're in them.
There has to be a waiver we can create.
Maybe. I mean, this fifth-year eligibility thing.
Yeah, we'll get him back. Make up some new rule that we can get started.
Good attorneys in Knoxville can come up with whoever specializes in fighting the NCAA.
I feel like if Hunter Dickinson, who feels like he's been in college forever, the Kansas product, we got a little taste of him when he was at Michigan. He's still playing. I feel like Zakai Ziegler can get another year next year. If he wants it, he might be ready to go get some.
Perry Ellis is still on Kansas, right? Isn't he still there?
Perry Ellis? I thought that was a clothing brand. No, I think he's still there. I know you're talking about. Yeah, I think he's still there.
What was his name?
I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about. I think he's still there. Yeah.
No, his name's Perry Ellis, too. So it's the same name as the shoe brand.
Yeah, I think he's still there.
Okay. Thought I got him confused. They were just the same.
Yeah, man.
He had a hairline looking like mine when he left Kansas.
Put him, give him a waiver. Let's go. That's all we need to do.
Multiple texts asking, could Zakai come back as a coach at Tennessee?
No. No, I don't see that. Zakai about to go make some money playing basketball. Why would he want to not do that and coach? These are knucklehead kids.
You don't do that to Zakai.
Oh, man. No, he needs to go play. He needs to go play. Yeah, I think Zakai needs to get a waiver. Next time I talk to him, I'm going to bring it up, see what he says.
Yeah, I've been on record of, all right, enough's enough. So at some point, somebody has to move on. I don't want Zakai Ziegler to leave college basketball.
Yeah. I don't want to see Diego Pavia anymore. But I can see Zakai for another 2 or 3 more seasons.
Yeah, but Diego got another year for Kitzelman.
Oh, he did. He did. Appreciate that, Diego. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hopefully Zakai, man. Find a loophole some way.
Yeah, I've stopped saying that people are out of eligibility until I see them somewhere else.
Just don't know, man. Like, I need to see you on LinkedIn. That's what I know is real. If you're on LinkedIn or Ladders, I know you are not in college anymore. You're looking for a real job.
I just checked. I don't see Zakai on LinkedIn, so there's still hope. beyond this year. 865-656-9900 if you want to be a part of the show. We appreciate you being with us. We have 45 minutes to go. We'll talk more Tennessee football, NFL out of the weekend, and Tennessee basketball, number 1 in the country for a 5th straight week. We continue right here on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 The Sports Animal's biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of Sports Animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly Sports Animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Sweetie, come here. Don't worry. I see a lot of patients with the exact same thing.
Ever since the ice skating rink went in next door,
Or is it more than
Dr. Clark's business is heating up.
So many patients need my help. How will I find time to see all of them?
They need to hire a scheduler, stat.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Frazier's massive in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and that means big savings for you. Frazier's always keeps hundreds of thousands of square feet of the best-selling carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, and more in stock every day. Plus, no money down and free financing for an entire year. So call 546-4850 for a free in-home estimate. If you're even thinking about going to one of the big box stores for new carpet, think again and come to Frazier's. Apples to apples, I guarantee it. Frazier's will beat the big box stores. And no money down and free financing for an entire year? Make it easy. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
Do you have an anniversary or your wife's birthday approaching? Are you going to buy her a gift? I want you to stop and imagine how she'll react when she opens your gift. But before you buy anything, I want you to stop by TK Wheeler Jewelers and imagine how she'll react to your gift when it's diamonds from TK Wheeler Jewelers. Which reaction are you looking for? It'll be the best gift you've ever imagined. One woman, one diamond, one place to go. TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge, next to Outback.
Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind on payment houses. I even buy my tenant will pay me the rent houses. Do you have a house that's in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying those houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast, call me, 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
Everything is more expensive than ever before. Well, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. Always. 99.1 The Sports Animal. The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We did get a question in the text box. Swain, could Zakai get an extra year because of his torn ACL that he suffered 2 seasons ago? Now, it was very late in the season. It'd be a tough one from a medical redshirt standpoint. But again, I'm not saying no to anything in terms of eligibility. But that would be a tougher one based on when that occurred in the season.
But you never know these.
You're correct.
These days in NCAA, they let anything fly if you push them hard enough. They don't have any teeth, so let's get Zakai another year. I would love it.
Swain, portal updates, college football transfer portal.
Well, Squirrel went to Florida State. There was a report when he hit the portal that he may want to play closer to home. That bag must have been huge for him to travel 2 hours more than Knoxville from Birmingham. So, listen, I don't blame him, man. He has a kid. He has a family. You got to do what's best for you. And if Florida State's giving you an offer that's too big to refuse, you got to take that, man. You got to go. And Jason Jenkins also went down there, too. So
that's right. Squirrel, the second Tennessee player over the weekend to commit to Florida State. So Squirrel White and the defensive lineman Jason Jenkins headed to FSU.
Yeah.
Calipari, I think it was earlier today, with the commitment to go to Louisville. He's from the state of Kentucky, so backup linebacker Tennessee. Caleb is headed back to his home state. He'll go to Louisville. And we'd already seen Jalen Smith commit to Mississippi State, Jordan Matthews to Vanderbilt.
We'll see you soon, fellas.
That's right. Tennessee will play those guys next year.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, fellas. Yeah. Jalen Smith better get on the phone with Jonas do. You know what happened when you come back here? It don't work out so well for you. Now, Jalen Smith, I had a chance to interview him after the game. Real good dude. Another example where you just got to do what's best for you. And I've become less emotional about players leaving, more numb. I get it. I mean, I understand. And it wasn't like Tennessee lost a bunch of starters. But Tennessee has to do a good job of adjusting and finding a way to get better.
Yeah, the depth has been cut out a little bit, so they have to replace those guys. Like Jordan Matthews would have been maybe a third or fourth corner next season, so that has to be replaced. Jalen Smith could have been a third, maybe a fourth linebacker next year, so that has to be replaced. Jenkins is a guy that would have played.
Second. Jalen Smith probably could have been second.
Could have been. Could have been.
Could have been, but I lean more towards third.
Yeah.
Who else? Jenkins?
Yeah, Jenkins. He's a rotational guy on the defensive line that he made plays this year.
Yeah,
Good player.
he would have been the next guy in line to be getting serious snaps, but he was going to hit the portal last year and decided not to. So it was on his mind at one point, and they probably paid him a little bit more money to stay and felt like it wasn't enough. Now he's getting probably what he thinks he deserves at Florida State. So.
Yeah,
I get it. Again, I'm more numb to it now. It is a business. It's a business. It's what it is.
Yes, it is for everybody involved.
It's a business. So.
Yep. Now, I would suggest Jaden Rashada find somebody else to help him with his business. Not that it's mine.
Is he going to play?
Well, not at Georgia. He's back in the transfer portal
again.
He is in the transfer portal again.
Oh my goodness!
So Jaden Rashada, the name might sound familiar. He is the former highly touted quarterback in the 2023 class. He was in Nico's class. Committed to Miami, flipped to Florida, ran into some kind of NIL dispute there.
Oh, it wasn't a dispute, Josh. That was real cute. You try to clean it up. Ran into some type of NIL dispute. It wasn't a dispute. They said they was going to pay him some money, and they didn't. And he left. That's the story. A dispute. That was cute.
So Jaden goes to Arizona State, spends a year there, played some as a freshman. Good chance he was not beating out Sam Leavitt, who helped Arizona State get to the playoff. Good chance, meaning he wasn't. So he leaves. He goes to Georgia, spends a year there, was not the backup, as you know, because Gunnar Stockton took over after Carson Beck went out. And now Rashada is back in the transfer portal. He had also transferred in high school, so I'm not sure exactly. I think it's been listed out, but he's transferred a good – I mean, if you include commitments being flipped, I mean, he's on his fifth or sixth school in the last 3 years or so.
Did you see where Malachi Nelson just committed to?
UTEP, from top-ranked quarterback by at least one service, going to USC.
He was also in Nico's class, right?
Correct. Yeah, most of the top quarterbacks in that class have transferred. Nico has not, and Arch Manning has not. But Dante Moore went from UCLA to Oregon, and I think he has a good chance to be the starter.
Yeah, it should be. But like you look at Malachi Nelson, USC to Boise State
to UTEP.
To UTEP.
In less than 2 years. What happened there?
I mean, I'm not judging UTEP, but it's UTEP. And he was
no, you're
one.
judging Malachi. I know who's being judged here. It's not UTEP.
Correct. Malachi, what happened, man? I thought you was good.
Yeah. We just went over the Rashada movement. And, Dante Moore. So those are three of the most highly touted. And then, again, Nico at Tennessee and Arch Manning will take over, we expect, at Texas next season.
Yeah, so Arch and Nico have been the best quarterbacks. Nico has actually done more than any of them up until this point. Now, Arch should cook next year, but up until this point,
right,
Nico's been the one that's looked the best. Played the most. Weird, man. It goes back to evaluation. Look at Tennessee basketball. Why they're in the position that they're in. Tennessee has hit on every player from the portal so far.
I thought we were missing somebody. Jackson Arnold. He was.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the top four. He has already left Oklahoma.
Where is he now?
Auburn.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He ain't going to play at all.
Yep. So if
he ain't going to play.
This is from the On3 composite. Arch still at Texas. Dante Moore is transferred. Nico still at Tennessee. Jackson Arnold is transferred. Malachi Nelson is transferred twice. Jaden Rashada has been in the portal now twice, plus a decommitment. Eli Holston at Alabama, he has already left as well.
You know who coming to Auburn, don't you? Deuce Knight.
That's right.
Yeah. Deuce Knight was committed. Where was he committed to before flipping to Auburn?
Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah. Now, he's not flipping to Auburn after being in Notre Dame to sit. So, good luck, Jackson Arnold.
So it's a lot to keep up with, that transfer portal in college football, especially at the quarterback position.
Rashada, I hated that he went to Georgia. I was like, oh, God, we're going to deal with him after Beck leaves. No, we don't.
Yeah, he's a talented player, I still think, but we'll see where he ends up landing.
Well, if Malachi Nelson went to UTEP, I'm putting my money on him playing against us, probably with UAB or somebody. Yep, he'd probably be at UAB. Or maybe New Mexico State. He's a West Coast kid. I got a sense we're going to find a way to match up against him somehow, some way. I just feel it. No, I don't know, but.
Not Syracuse.
They got a quarterback. It's pretty good. Is Kyle McCord coming back?
Well, I think that's in limbo.
He's getting a waiver?
I think that's what's in limbo.
I hope he gets it.
Kyle McCord gets the...
Yeah, because if he gets it, that means that Kyle Ziegler can get it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's an update. Last update I'm seeing is he couldn't confirm or deny the possibility of a waiver to return in 2025. Kyle McCord, who lit it up this year at Syracuse.
Well, part of me doesn't want him to come back because he's good. We got to play him. But if he comes back, that means the guy like Kyle Ziegler should be able to come back too. So I'm conflicted.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
And if he comes back, that means Rick Barnes probably will come back. I think when you are coaching at the length that Rick Barnes has coached, and you have a player like Zakai Ziegler come to your program, like how do you coach after him with all this silliness that's going on with NIL and transfer portal? Like it just makes sense. So more Zakai, more Rick.
That's a good formula.
Yep.
Chip in the text box, the new Florida State Volunteers.
They got some nice pieces from Tennessee. So hopefully
they need to bounce back.
Hopefully Squirrel can bounce back and can heal up and play healthy. And I wish him nothing but the best. I really do.
Chip also said, this was a text a little bit earlier in the show when we were discussing Tennessee's receiver position, I would rather have Amari Jefferson than Zachariah Branch.
I don't have a comment. What I'm supposed to say? Y'all want me to say, yeah. Amari hasn't played a down.
Right.
Branch has played 2 years. I see the film on Branch. He's a pretty good player. I haven't seen any film on Jefferson, so I can't agree with that. I'm not going to mind hunt myself and lie to myself to make myself feel better about losing out on Zachariah Branch. He's a good player. He's a great player. He's what Tennessee need. He's also what Georgia need, and Georgia got him.
Chip put me down for a maybe.
I hope Jefferson is better than Branch. I just don't know that. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, and he has not done anything officially in terms of committing to Tennessee. There was a prediction from two different On3 folks, Pete Nakos and Steve Wilfong, predicting that he will choose Tennessee.
He going to play baseball too?
He was once a Tennessee baseball commitment.
I don't know if he's going to play baseball on this Tennessee team.
Yeah, program was in a different spot when he committed a few years ago.
Yesterday's prices ain't today's prices. We recruit a little different now.
I'd want to be a part of it, though.
Yeah, but I would want to play if I'm Jefferson.
Yeah, I would think so, too. We'll come back, 865-656-9900. If you'd like to hit us up, you can call, you can text. We have an attaboy to hand out thanks to Native Design coming up in our next segment. 30 minutes to go right here on Josh and Swain.
Never miss another Sports Animal sweet deal. Text SWEET to 865-656-9900 and you'll receive a reminder text right before each new sweet deal goes on sale. Text SWEET to 656-9900.
Bring a whole new meaning to your backyard barbecue with a new deck. Tennessee Home is your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Call today for a free, no-pressure design appointment at 865-304-0955 or visit them online, TennesseeHome.us.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
The NFL wildcard playoffs are set after the regular season concluded yesterday. The playoffs begin on Saturday with the Texans taking on the Chargers at 4:30, the Steelers visiting the Ravens at 8, and then on Sunday the Bills take on the Broncos at 1 o'clock with the Kansas City Chiefs as the AFC's #1 seed. In the NFC, the Packers get the Eagles Sunday at 4:30, the Commanders take on the Buccaneers at 8, and the Vikings visit the Rams on Monday at 8 o'clock. The Lions are the #1 seed in the NFC for the first time in franchise history. Also in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars fired head coach Doug Peterson after going 4-13 this season. Peterson went 22-29 in 3 years with the franchise, including one playoff appearance in his first season. Former Tennessee linebacker Jerod Mayo has been fired as head coach of the Patriots after going 4-13 in his first season as the team's head coach. Mayo had spent nearly a decade and a half as a player or a coach for the Patriots since 2008. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford. You can go to the website, tedrussellford.net, and you can shop. You can check out the inventory they have available for you right now. Right now, they have the New Year's Bash going on. You can save some cash with the New Year's Bash right now at Ted Russell Ford. You can save up to $10,000 off on 2024 Ford F-150s. We are on to 2025. They want to move on from brand new 2024 Ford vehicles they have available, which means savings opportunities available for you right now. If it's a Ford truck, their Ford F-150 lineup includes a number of combinations, large number of combinations available to help you find what you're looking for in a truck. Same with their lineup of SUVs and with their pre-owned selection. They have so many different options. That's why it's a great way to start at tedrussellford.net to see all the different vehicles in stock at two different locations, Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike. My family has purchased vehicles from both locations, and you can start shopping right now at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Let's see, landscapers I can afford. All right, searching affordable landscapers near me. Here we go.
Right here, sir. How can we help?
It's the same ones I saw last time.
Sir, we're right here and reasonably priced. Why is he not seeing us?
It looks like the ugly yard stays.
Sir, can you not see us?
Nope, he can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local landscapers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Your smile. It's a simple gesture that can brighten someone's day. At Dr. James Katsianis Dental Office, they offer the most advanced technology available, giving you and your family many reasons to smile. From routine checkups to advanced cosmetic treatments, Dr. Jim and his team personalize and prioritize your comfort and work with you to create a personalized treatment plan that meets your unique needs. Get that bright, healthy smile you deserve. Call 865-584-0276 or visit drjimdentist.com.
I remember when I was a little boy, and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, or anything for the floor, Frazier's is the name to trust. My great-grandfather Frazier started our flooring business in 1953. And the Frazier family has been proudly covering all of East Tennessee's flooring needs for the more than 70 years since. And you don't stay in business that long without offering value. Frazier's big in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and we pass those savings on to you. Plus, no money down and free financing for 18 months. Only at Frazier's. Call us today, 546-4850, and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates. Everything for the floor, from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
This report is sponsored by Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Every day in Tennessee brings something new that can catch us by surprise, like a rainy day fender bender. Farm Bureau Insurance is there to make sure the important things like auto, home, life, and small business are well protected. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
Frigid wind chills. The high Monday actually came earlier in the morning. A few raindrops transitioning into snowflakes, which could stick in parts of Scott, Campbell, and Fentress counties. Most of us, though, are just in for some really cold winds. That pattern continues with back-to-back-to-back first alert weather days, Tuesday through Thursday, barely getting above freezing. From the WVLT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles Table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. I'm reading text from Cameron. Cameron's been on one today. I'm not going to share, but Cameron, you've entertained me. I'll tell you that much.
Well, you can't laugh about it and then not share. It's kind of not good. You probably have to try to clean it up if you can. I think it's only fair to the people, Josh.
Okay.
Can you clean it up? Let me see.
He just said earlier that we, so he's among them, Tennessee fans, but referring to others really, said we're going to clap like a bunch of seals when we get the dude from Alabama, Amari Jefferson.
So you have a visual image of seals
He
clapping.
sent a GIF, and it was funny.
Let me see. Yeah. Because if it's new, people will be happy about it. And
Right.
the fact people remember that he was a good player coming out of Tennessee.
Yeah, and just a year ago, he's a highly touted player.
Yeah, he picked Alabama over Tennessee.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. So, I don't know. That's not professional of me, laughing, coming back in, trying to bring us back from break. But
yes, it is. It's pretty funny.
It was funny, so I laughed.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what you do when a joke is told. It's kind of hard not to laugh at a good joke. Good job, Cameron.
You could learn a thing or two about that one.
I've been waiting on a good joke to laugh at. Let me know when you got one.
Okay. Well, I'll keep working on it.
I'm here waiting. Just let me know when you got it, man. I'll make sure to lock in and pay attention. But yeah, Chip Payne said the former Bama receiver went to Sacramento State Hall. Okay. Sacramento State.
One thing I don't know with any of these schools, though, like they may have some great offer financially for one guy. Okay, hey, we got this for you. Like the report of VCU basketball players, what they're going to be able to make moving forward.
VCU is paying their players directly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's coming.
They're north of $300,000 go play basketball at VCU.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all, Josh Ward. What about the school part?
What's that?
Never mind. I thought it mattered, but it didn't.
I think it just depends.
School part, it's optional. Here's the money. Put the ball in the bucket for us. Thank you. Go Rams.
865-656-9900 if you'd like to be a part of the show. If you'd like to call or text in right now, we hand out today's attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy.
So, Swain, every day we hand out attaboys and attagirls thanks to Native Design. Great team, great local company, and I love this story. So we hand out attaboys and attagirls to tell you about, remind you of the good that is happening every single day here in this world, and this is a great example of that. It starts with Lavonte David. It also includes several of his Tampa Bay Buccaneers teammates. Congrats to them, by the way. They win the NFC South and get into the postseason. But this story is about off the field. Lavonte David, according to Jenna Lane of ESPN, spearheaded an effort to buy two single mothers who battled homelessness cars so they can have reliable transportation to their jobs. And David got some Buccaneers teammates involved to help with this. Their passing game coordinator, Larry Foote, was involved as well and contributed. It was done in partnership with Metro Ministries and Wheels of Success. Wheels of Success is dedicated to providing personal transportation solutions. They partner with the community in a circle of support and effort to help people keep working. Got to have a way to get to work. So this type of story, which will also inspire others and spread the word and create connections with these important organizations like Wheels of Success and Metro Ministries, that's what it's all about. We've just gone through the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and everything. It's a joyous time. It also can be a challenging time for a lot of people. So love this story. Kudos, attaboys to everybody involved, Lavonte David and several of his Tampa Bay Buccaneers teammates.
You know, his story reminds me of Warwick Dunn, who was also a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, who would get homes built for families. And, his mom was a single mom, and that's what inspired him. You know, his mom was a police officer, was killed.
Yep.
And so that story of David doing what he can for moms kind of reminded me of what Warwick Dunn did. So, man, you just never know what you do and how it can affect others or inspire others to do some of the same things.
Yep, that is something that pays off long term.
Yep.
You help people, they help people in the future. Love it. So to Lavonte David, his teammates, and those in the Buccaneers organization for their efforts, we hand them attaboys today. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day, thanks to Native Design and the Native Design team. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, memories are made. Native Design can turn ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit the website nativetn.com. Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialists. Ashton texting in defense of the Oilers uniforms for the Titans. Still love the uniforms, but mentioned they're historic with the franchise.
Is that a reason to
now,
wear them?
Yesterday may have not been the best time to wear them.
Is that a reason to wear them, though? It can be historic with the franchise all it wants to be. But does that mean it's a good idea to wear them?
I think it's a good idea for someone to wear them. I still stand by it would be better if the Houston organization wears them. I know the Titans came from there. And they're clearly in a troll attempt. I'm put off by the fact that they're clearly worse than the Houston. Like, you're trolling and they're beating you.
Makes no sense. That's like, okay, Vancouver gets a new basketball team, and then the Grizzlies are wearing the Vancouver Grizzly uniform. Like that, you moved. Don't wear them anymore. You moved and you change your name.
Joel, I'm also curious what you think about this. We had a text earlier suggesting the Titans should have a color scheme that is more similar to the Preds and Nashville SC. You know how the Pittsburgh teams,
yeah, the Penguins and the
black
Steelers.
and yellow.
Yep.
Yeah. Would you be on board with that, Joel?
Black and yellow.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. It's kind of hard because all those teams, I mean, Nashville SC is a little bit more recent, but all those teams like kind of got there at the same time. Like the Preds, I think, got there a year before the Titans rebranded. So, I mean, they all kind of kept the navy, but now the Predators go more gold. Nashville SC goes more gold. So yeah, I mean, I think a navy and gold look could be done really well. But it's tough just because, you know, the football team technically was there first. They just didn't rebrand until after the hockey team already got there.
I got a rebranding idea.
Here we go.
How about you win more games?
Yeah.
How about you win more? Nobody's going to care what colors you wear.
Yeah, this is the third time in the last 11 seasons the Titans have won 3 games or fewer.
Yeah, I saw a documentary where Jeff Fisher's talking about Steve McNair and how the team moved from Houston to Tennessee, and they didn't know how they would be received because obviously they weren't getting a lot of attention and support from the Houston community, which is why they left. But once they started winning, those fans came out and became Titans fans. Like football fans latched on to that organization, became Titans fans, and they show up in droves. Don't make me remind you of the draft a couple years ago. That was in Nashville. They broke all kind of records there. Yeah. Like, how about you just win?
Yeah, Titans fans have been great. This is not a Titans fan issue.
Well, the team is not that far removed from their last AFC Championship appearance.
Yeah, how about you win? Make some good decisions with your roster. I mean,
get back to that.
Pretty good idea. You have all the support you need. You won't need to change to gold and blue.
Yep. They've tightened up to the number 1 pick in the NFL draft for this spring. Hey, how about this before we go to this segment? Swain from Richard. Richard with a follow-up in the YouTube chat. Richard has been diagnosed with a chronic fear of giants. They call it fee-fi phobia.
Oh, gosh. It's terrible.
You laughed.
I know I did.
I think that's well done, Richard. Thank you. Thank you, Richard. We come back. 1 segment to go. Power poll, top winners and losers out of the weekend, and then we will go. We'll come back here on Josh and Swain.
Spring is here, and you're probably flipping through the television channels watching all the home improvement shows, right? Because you want to make your outdoor space look the absolute best. First phone call needs to be the Tennessee home to my friend James Anthony. 304-0955. 20 years of experience, and how many fencing contractors in town can also turn around and build you the perfect deck for you to start making memories all throughout the spring and summer. James Anthony, the only phone call you need to make is the Tennessee home. 304-0955 or TennesseeHome.us.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan?
Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Hey fellas, Jason Swain here. It's time to keep that promise that you made to yourself about getting your testosterone levels checked. If you're lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be the answer, and nobody matches the experts at Low T Center. But we all have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan. Look for a personalized treatment plan like you'll get at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 referral credit when you refer a new patient. So go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
The wait is over. Bunny's Smokehouse and Creamery is now open. Craving something delicious? Dig into their slow smoked barbecue packed with flavor and cooked to perfection. Then treat yourself to their creamy craft rolled ice cream, the perfect way to satisfy your sweet tooth. Whether it's a family outing or a quick stop for something tasty, Bunny's Smokehouse and Creamery has something for everyone. Located in Maryville on Calderwood Highway, so hop by today and experience your new favorite spot for barbecue and ice cream. Bunny's Smokehouse and Creamery, where smoky meets sweet, now open in Maryville. This Friday at 9 a.m., go to 991thesportsanimal.com and catch a sweet deal to Bunny's Smokehouse and Creamery. Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices. Don't miss this one to Bunny's Smokehouse and Creamery, going live Friday at 9 at 991thesportsanimal.com. Take advantage of this sweet deal to Bunny's Smokehouse and Creamery in Maryville.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, the sports animal proves it.
From the Budweiser studios of the Sports Animal, we are 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Back for the final segment of Josh and Swain. Thanks to everybody for hanging out with us today. If you would like to go back and listen to any of our show, search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcasts, and you can listen on demand. Apple, Spotify, the WNML app, on any of those services where rating and reviewing is possible. I'd love for you to do that. Had CJ Moore at the start of the 1 o'clock hour talking about Tennessee, Chaz, Lanier, and what this team is doing. A Final Four candidate at the start of conference play in the SEC. Search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcast. You can listen on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. At Vol on social media, he tweeted to us, how about a rule, tear your ACL, you get another year back because of lost NIL opportunity. That would be a way to get Zakai back.
That's a good rule. I like that rule.
Instead of the medical red shirt route, because we were asked about that season. But trying to find another year for Zakai.
You know, the direct deposit still can come in while he's hurt. But I like the rule.
Not if you show otherwise.
Hey, man, whatever. I'm all for Zakai coming back, so whatever we have to do to make it happen, I'm down with.
Yep. Tennessee with a big win against Arkansas on Saturday.
Yeah, it was huge, man. It was a dominating win. There was questions about, is Tennessee really the number one team? Is it Auburn? Well, Tennessee proved that there's not a team playing better right now. I know Auburn's dynamic, number one, offensively, and Kim Palm. They're top 20 in both categories, top 15 in both categories. Tennessee's top 20. Tennessee with number one defense. But Tennessee proved that they deserve to be number one, best team in the country, or number one team in the country. Don't know if they're the best team. Only time will tell that, but what a dominating performance that was.
Yep, fifth straight week for Tennessee, number one in both the AP and coaches polls. Before we close out today's show, we hit the power poll.
Captain, we're losing power in the warp engine.
Nuclear power plant.
What's up? I'm Kenny Powers.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I have the power!
With great power comes great responsibility.
Full power, Mr. Scott.
Alrighty, Swain, we look back at the weekend on a Monday afternoon. We have our top winners, top losers from the weekend. Would you like to hit us up with your list?
Alrighty then. The losers, man. Black Monday. It's always the Monday after the end of the regular season where coaches are getting fired. Unfortunately, Jerod Mayo is one of those coaches. Doug Pedersen down there in Jacksonville, he was let go. My winners include my Bears finally beating the Packers. I thought we tried to give it away. What? It was a game. They kept score. We had more points at the end of the game. I don't care that it was the end of the season and the Packers didn't care. We still won. All right.
You know what? Congratulations.
Thank you. Did your team win?
The Raiders, they're finishing on a strong note. By the way, Antonio Pierce saying he has not heard otherwise when he was asked if he will be the coach of the Raiders next season.
I don't think that's a good thing, Josh, like you're trying to make it seem. Brian Daboll, he is coming back. That's good news. He's a big winner. Lions clinching the NFC #1 seed. Their big showdown with the Vikings yesterday did not go well for the Vikings.
Yeah, they ran away with it.
Yeah, they did for sure. Sam Darnold didn't have his best day. But all the playoff teams put him on the winners list. And then the Vols, their win versus Arkansas.
All right, my winners, I have the Tennessee Titans. Not in the game, but the #1 pick. They win the #1 pick in the draft.
I don't know how it works, Josh.
Number 4, I have Auburn and Tennessee. They both have blowout wins to start out in conference play, and they are early on getting the most attention. As C.J. Moore said, he maybe put them on a tier by themselves, and then drop down. You have Alabama and Florida on the road tomorrow night for Tennessee. But Auburn and Tennessee together in the number 4 spot. The Bucs at number 3, they win the NFC South. Great season for Baker Mayfield. I thought it was cool. Some will say, hey, that's a little cheesy at the end. I love that they wanted it so much for Mike Evans to get him to the 1,000 yards.
Yep.
And they threw that one pass to get him the number, and he caught it. He's a Hall of Famer. He's had an incredible career. I love when teammates care about doing something for their teammate.
That's right.
And that says something. The Broncos, they get into the playoffs year 1 with Bo Nix as the quarterback. Number 1, the Lions. What a season to get that #1 seed in the NFC. Losers from the weekend. I'll go into no other detail other than to say could have been a better Sunday for Fox Sports.
Correct.
Number 2, Coach Cal. It's kind of sad.
Kind of sad. No,
I said kind of.
Man, it's not kind of sad at all. Yeah, at all. I enjoy it. I enjoy Coach Kyle's commentary after the game.
He pounds the fist. Should have done a shoot-around.
It was good, man. It was good.
Should have learned from the other shoot-arounds that he passed on doing when he blamed that for being an issue.
Don't get tired of him in Arkansas and keep that up.
Kentucky fans had to love Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Their team puts up 106 in a win against a top 10 team, while Arkansas does that. And then the Black Monday, Sunday Monday, because Jerod Mayo was let go yesterday. Doug Peterson today with the Jaguars. Trent Baalke survives with the Jags. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know how the Giants GM survived. He's the one that got rid of Saquon and decided to bring back Daniel Jones.
Documented forever.
What?
Yep. They should have. They could have let him go and then just put out a statement with Saquon's stat line.
That's it
for this season.
That's it.
That is the Power Poll winners and losers from the weekend. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We appreciate you hanging out with us today. Joel Silverberg producing. Thank you as always. See you tomorrow at noon here on Josh and Swain.
Looking for the sweetest deal?